Hello and welcome. Yes, I do know why you're here today. Don't worry, it's not going to be as scary as it may sound. Let me tell you a couple of stories, a couple of characters that have helped us understand how the world works, understand where we come from, where we're going, and what's the state of our society. So come with me and listen to the tales of the gamers, of the geeks. First, let's begin with one of the main characters of this tale, that being Ryan. Ryan.
Talking about fucking puppets. Fucking puppets. What is this crap? Fuck you, Bigfoot. Bigfoot is a real person? Ha ha. Fucking Elmo.
What happens when you mix misogyny, whiteness, blandness, and pretty much what makes spaghetti and no salt so absolutely horrible? That's right, you get Ryan.
Fucking Elmo, you dumb bitch. Boom. Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets.
Ryan is a composed individual that has helped us understand why psychiatric wards are necessary.
Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets.
We cannot forget about the musical talent that is young Rip. What do you get when you mix music, emo-ness, and also the rhythm?
You told me think about it, well, I did.
Yes, you get young Rip, one that doesn't make mistakes.
On this real quick. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind what I just did. Had a nerd erotic boomer moment. That didn't happen. I'm not even going to edit it out. Just pretend like it didn't happen.
Ever. And that was totally not an emo kid back in the 2000s. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about a very non-important member of the team. Jeremy, what happens when you have someone that if he was a spice, he would be flour?
I know everybody doesn't like Trump. That's fine. Everybody's not going to like anybody. But Trump has more support than you could imagine.
Someone so white, so red, like the maggot. What do you get when you have someone with the IQ of the entire state of Alabama?
And essentially today it seems like he's told them in an indirect way or maybe a direct way to go F themselves, which is exactly what you should always tell a woke person.
That is Jeremy. And of course, we need the saving grace. A person that can actually articulate a cohesive sentence. Unlike these three losers, we need someone that can make them kind of look semi-decent, like real people. God knows what would happen to this godforsaken show if it wasn't for her. So today, as a special guest, we have Gothix, YouTuber, streamer, with enough IQ to make them look good. But let her be the one to introduce herself in today's show, only here in Geeks and Gamers.
Go. All right, what's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy, and it is Tuesday night's main event. Shout out to Ivan Ortega. He had about 3 hours to throw all that together, and he decided to do that. I had no idea what to expect, but here we go. And no, Gary isn't going to be here. That was a mistake. But Ivan threw everything together, so I think he probably used the wrong clip. But that's fine. We're here. It's Tuesday night's main event. We got a great panel tonight. I don't know why Ryan. He's still fighting with, Sesame Street characters. How's that going for you, Ryan? Is everything okay on that front?
Listen, I was having a good time. All these propaganda spreaders over on Sesame Street. See Big Bird. Oh my fucking god! Get that fucking shit out of here.
You want to catch his hands, right?
I got PTSD from all these fucking puppets, honestly. And yeah, Ivan threw that in there, of course. But yeah, I was just having fun making fun of these people. And little did I know I'd be in like some viral anti-vaxxers attack Big Bird article and all this stuff on the trending page for saying "fuck you, Elmo, you dumb bitch." Those weren't even my best lines, but those are the ones that took off. I guess so I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I saw like people I'd never heard of that write for these like somewhat well-known sites, and they're like, Geeks and Gamers isn't just racist, they're also anti-vaxxers, and all because of you going after Big Bird and all these Sesame Street characters. Good job indeed. That's not sarcasm. I like when we get that type of attention. But yeah, so Ryan is here, RK Outpost. He's had a hell of a week, but it's Ryan, so what do you expect from Ryan?
Yeah,
also joined by Big Bird, also known as Krista Novva. She's the silent producer, so will she even say hi?
Hi. Yes, it is me. I'm having a staring contest with the chat tonight. I will win.
Krista, just so everyone knows, Krista follows Big Bird on Twitter. Before all this shit happened, Krista was following Big Bird. What the fuck? What could possibly be fucking wrong with you that you feel the need to follow a fake account that is verified, that is made for children between the ages of like 3 and 8?
Sound a little jealous there, Ryan.
No, you follow me. There's nothing to be jealous about. It doesn't make any sense.
Jealous that Big Bird has more followers than you?
Ooh, got him.
I'm jealous that so many people came to his defense. I don't get that part. But, I just need to wait a couple weeks. I don't know. Might get a little tough for Big Bird to breathe. Who knows? So.
Well, just so we're clear, because I know there's a lot of toxicity going on, I just want everyone to know that we are very strong supporters.
Never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus.
Oh, it's like that. All right, cool.
It never gets old. It never gets old. I've never seen that.
Oh my god! Yeah, their greatest ally can't even remember who the fuck they are.
Oh man, it's so funny to watch him. You can even tell at some point he's like, "This is so fucking ridiculous." Like, how many letters are there?
That's why he just started dressing as minority groups to show his support. I believe so.
Oh man, good stuff. Also, as always, joined by Young Ripa. What up, Eric?
What up? What
How
up?
you doing, man?
Same old shit. Nothing new. Arguing with crackheads on Twitter.
Oh my god, that dude! When you tweeted out your like Chad little picture, that triggered this weird non-binary furry.
Pronoun brigaders in my mentions right now. Having fits.
Yeah,
it's awesome. So it's always a good time when they come by. It's at least once every couple of weeks where they just a bunch of fucking weird furries and shit just start fucking sending me mentions about dumb shit. I mean, I can do nothing but laugh at them. So
I saw some of that. It was so funny.
I came really close because that one person, when you did your like Ripa Chad meme, they were like, I can't believe people like this actually exist. I wanted to be like, non-binary furry doesn't think black people exist. I came really close to retweeting it, but I fought with enough retards.
Yeah, that would have been great, though.
That would have been great.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we have a couple of special guests this week. You've seen her on Friday Night Tights. You've also seen her literally everywhere, it seems like, the last few weeks. And also her significant other is joining us as well. Gothix and, am I saying it right? Saul?
Saul.
I always want to say Better Call Saul. I want to say Better Call
Everyone
Saul.
always
So
wants to say it.
but then you said Saul in the beginning. I was like, crap, because I'm just gonna say Better Call Saul. That's what I'm.
There's two ways you could possibly say it. It's Saul or Saul. You
Yes.
chose neither of those.
But Saul is here along with Gothix. How are both of you doing tonight?
We are fabulous. I was straight up and I said, listen, I like nerd stuff, but I'm not too well versed on comics. But my boyfriend is, so I pulled one of those and I said, come on over.
I like how she asked in the chat. She's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. She's saying all this. She goes, by the way, I'm not that versed, but, can he come on? If not, you're like, he's a fan. And I'm like, I remember you saying that. You go, hey, if it's not, just say, F off Gothix, no big deal. It's all good. And I was like, I like that attitude. But I was like, oh, of course not.
Yeah.
Of course he could come on. So, yeah. So it's a pleasure to have both of you here. First time on Geeks and Gamers. And, Gothix, like I said, you were on Friday Night Tights about a couple of months ago. And that's the first time you and I ever interacted. And obviously, you've just been blowing up lately all over the internet and probably catching a lot of the hell that all of us catch now. I could repeat probably most of the words that you're called because they're so, kind of NPC behavior. But most of them, I wouldn't be able to say them, even though the far left can call black people those names.
It's allowed
I would get
over
in trouble.
there.
So yeah, it's allowed over there. So it's absolutely crazy.
I feel like I've joined the Avengers team. I've joined the rankings. I'm also familiar with the pronoun brigade. I'm very familiar with them. Yes, lovely to be here.
Well, it's great to have both of you here. So we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Listen, if Gothix was an Avenger, her superpower would be the only person with an SJW haircut that people on our side actually accept. That's literally it. The only person.
I'm a key character because I can infiltrate. You can't do that.
There we go.
Exactly. Let's be real, Jeremy. If you just saw Gothix in an animated cartoon like Star Wars with someone like her hair, what would you say about them?
Oh, 100%. Same with like Siobhan, who's our community manager. Like Siobhan's got the shaved head. She's got her, because she's a member of the LGBT community. She's got her, I'm a proud lesbian, all that stuff, So if I see her, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure she hates my guts, because we talk about this all the time. When people introduce us, they're like, hey, Jeremy, Ryan, you guys have Geeks and Gamers. Which introduce you to these people? We're like, those people will hate us.
They'll hate us.
If they watch one Geeks and Gamers video, they will hate us. They will despise us. It's just, but yeah, obviously, Gothix is they have appropriated her haircut, and we're gonna take it back. Just like in Clerks 2, we're taking it back. We're taking it back.
Just like lesbians appropriated my haircut. That's what I've been saying forever. So, listen, Megan Rapinoe chose the manliest thing she could find. That's what she tried to emulate. Ruby Rose, same thing.
Oh man, that is great. That was good. That was good right there. Oh man. So we're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna talk about like the Eternals is kind of the big thing right now in terms of like I haven't seen it. I am gonna watch it before Friday Night Tights just so we can discuss it a little more in my own way. I won't be revealing how I'll be watching it, but I'll be watching it. And there's a lot of stuff with that movie in terms of just, again, it's the marketing that is such a problem because they marketed the entire movie off of representation. The fact that they said it would save lives because of the representation in it. This movie's going to save lives, everyone, and it's been a pretty big disaster considering even the wokest of woke critics don't like it. There's the Spider-Man No Way Home stuff, and the reason I want to talk about that movie is because of John Campea. Are you guys familiar with what happened with John Campea and that whole story about what happened? Did you guys see this? I know Ryan did. So basically, John Campea, who's a fellow YouTuber, he posts these images that are absolute spoilers for the film. And it shows the rumored for potential spoilers for Spider-Man. I won't show these images because I think they'll strike me for it. I think they'll strike me.
I think so too. And the thing,
go
these
ahead.
rumors have been around for a long ass time, and they've announced that like Jamie Foxx Electro is coming. They've shown Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. it's a pretty logical fucking conclusion to know what these spoilers are, but at the same time, we haven't had official confirmation, and those images definitely looked real. So
yeah, so basically he put them on Twitter, and then but he said they were sent to him, but he put his watermark on the middle of them. Okay, then they went viral. Like, they went absolutely viral. They got picked up by every publication. They were trending on Twitter, and then he deletes them, and then he says, I didn't know if that they were real or if they were real. I just wanted to, they were sent to me, and then people were like, well, if they were sent to you, then why did you put your watermark on them? That doesn't make sense. You're literally was like you were stealing someone else's stuff, because he's claiming they're Photoshop now. He's like, oh, they're just Photoshop, that I put my logo on them so I get, so I knew it got a lot of retweets. It's like, but if you didn't make the Photoshop as you're claiming they are, why did you put your logo on it? It just, the whole story is very strange right now, and he's catching hell from all directions. So I wanted to discuss that a little bit. And then I think there's a small case going on right now. Ryan, with your haircut, your attorney friend with the same haircut has like 35,000 people watching it today with Ricada over there killing it. So
I know, I'm hoping that's going to be really good for my brand, since me and Nick look basically exactly the same. Two white dudes who look like we should be holding tiki torches and infiltrating MAGA rallies. So he's absolutely killing it out there. He really is. 35,000 people watching. He's crushing all the mainstream people that are broadcasting this. There's a reason, because he's actually providing good context. He's making it funny. Listen, you can't not make fun of that super fat prosecutor. Like, you just can't not make fun of him. So when somebody does things that normal people do, people are attracted to that. And even though YouTube's suppressing him, he was still kicking ass. So shout out to Nick. He got shout outs from basically everybody today. Doesn't need one from me. But I got to give it to the man. Incredible.
He's been killing it, And Viva's clip, went viral the other day. The whole clip of that
got
whole
4 million views.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we're gonna talk about that. But I want to start out with Gothix.
Oh,
Gothix. Let's
do?
talk about you. Well, what have you done? You have been blowing up is what's happening. So I know you told a little bit of this story when you were on Friday Night Tights, but I'm interested in just your journey, about how you got to where you are and what it's been like, because you've been on a whirlwind the last
shit's exhausting.
I'd say what, 6 to 9 months maybe? Is that, or has it been a little longer than that? Probably?
I think it's been longer than that technically, from my perspective, because I got I dealt with I got canceled back in 2019, and I took like a long hiatus, but right when I came back to Twitch, that's when I started getting a lot of slack for going against Black Lives Matter and like calling out like the looting and the rioting and shit like that. And eventually I ended up getting pushed into YouTube, just because I'm like, well, I can't survive in this environment, because Twitch is like very leftist, it's very left leaning. So I started just making commentary videos, and now I just kind of rant, because I started doing like scripted stuff, and I think that was just me just being used to doing YouTube, because I'm not like a produced type of creator. I like to do things on the fly. So I've just been kind of ranting as of late, and now I'm just traveling. I'm working with a PR team. They're trying to put me on college campuses to talk to the peoples, because there's lacking lots of common sense on college campuses, apparently. So that's what I've been doing, and I kind of just, I'm literally, I have no idea where this is going to lead, but I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'm on board, because what else can I do in this point, right? All this woke stuff is killing everything. I gotta do something.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you're facing, ridiculous. Like you've taken the problematic grifter title.
Yeah, why not?
And as you should. I mean, this whole grifting thing, like, it's essentially what grifting. Well, again, I know what the term means, but I'm saying what it means now is it's basically anyone that's more successful than the person saying it. Is kind of what it's down to, or someone that has, like. When I've gotten into discussions with people that don't like me for whatever reason, I'm like, okay, what is your inherent problem with me? My opinions, right? Well, it's that you push this thing out there and all these people listen to you, and I was like, so your problem is that too many people agree with my opinion, because you didn't have a problem with my opinion when I had 10 people watching me. suddenly, so it's not really my opinion that you really have a problem. It's the fact that my opinion is represented by so many people. Like, it's just like, it's a weird thing when I hear the people that are criticizing me all the time. And I think that, you know, with you and, you know, people like, you know, Eric, I mean, obviously you're not white people. And this is the narrative they've built, is that only angry white men in their basements have opinions. Like today, Ripa, or was it yesterday, Ripa was called, you said, idiot was talking about you're upset your conservative friends or something. You're like,
oh yeah, and the fucking retard. Yeah, that was like yesterday. Yesterday he called. The guy was like, oh, you're embarrassing us conservatives. I was like, I ain't fucking one of y'all. I embarrass you. I'm not even one of you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and then I saw the response was like, well, you would think you, well, considering the company you keep, and it's like, so are you saying that Ripa hangs around people that don't agree with him?
Don't agree with him.
Wow. Oh wow. I thought it was an echo chamber though. So it's like the argument always moves, the argument always shifts, and it's just a very strange thing. But this is what happens: is people that probably would not have ever met each other have now come together because there's so many problems that, you know, you see people out there. You're like, yeah, like I have never once cared who Gothix voted for or what her opinions are in terms of politics, because I don't give a shit. I don't care, you know, it really doesn't matter to me. But I see that she has, you know, common sense and a working brain, which is kind of all I require to want to talk to someone at this point, because so many people don't have common sense and they don't have a working brain and they just repeat the NPC talking points over and over again. But I mean, that's just the world that we are in right now. But I'm happy that you have seen so much success, and you've been on. How much traveling have you been doing lately?
Oh, right now it's slowed down, thankfully. But there was a time it was like 4 weeks in a row we were on planes. It was like, it was crazy. So now we're taking a break. It's like near the holidays. So I'm like, I need a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what you're just describing though, that's just like that's just like the default response of just not being able to fathom that a black person thinks differently or a gay person thinks differently than what CNN's told them or what the mumbling idiot in the White House has told them. You know, it's like, so I get it, but
and then you get called a white supremacist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Oh,
exactly.
Yes.
Now, have you two been traveling together, like mostly?
Oh yeah. Okay. He comes with me. Hell no, I'm not going by myself.
Hell no, she's not going by herself.
No.
I heard that. Now, so how long have you been watching all of our crazy asses bitch about identity politics and all this stuff in this YouTube's world?
It actually happened a lot more when the debacle happened with Gina Carano getting fired. And I argued with my group of friends who lean very much one way. And they were like, yeah, you know, she was spreading misinformation. I'm glad she got fired. I'm like, really? That's where we're going with this? And it's like, what, you agree with her? With Nazis? And I'm like, no, that's not it at all. I don't think that a mob rule should be in the equation to have someone fired. Let's go on Twitter, then get fired. So when that was up, I started seeing your videos. I was actually watching Ryan first, and then it got onto like Geeks and Gamers, and then I just went down like a rabbit hole, and then I was like, wait, everyone knows each other? And I was like, this is a little Avenger spot here. Everyone assembles. And I was like, wait, heels versus babyface, everybody? I'm like, yeah. It's just, and I just love the fact that you will go on and talk with each other. It's just like, damn, this is a cool assembly that we got here. So
hell yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, like I said, when we had Gothix on FNT, she's like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch any of you guys, but my boyfriend does. Like, honesty, I love it.
But I would hang out with you. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what you do, but I'd hang out.
Right, exactly. And like, do you still play a lot of games, or with this whole culture war thing, it pulled you away from playing games a lot?
So it has pulled me away from playing games a lot. However, I have decided that I'm going to start streaming 2 days a week back on Twitch, because I cannot let these mofos take over this platform with their woke nonsense.
Yes. Now, what games do you play? What are you into?
I'm really into horror games. I'm really looking forward to the new Outlast.
Okay.
But I also like shooters. Like, I want to pick up Back 4 Blood, because I tried the beta. I didn't like it, but apparently they improved it, and I want to try that. I like lots of zombie games, Left 4 Dead type stuff. Yeah.
Now, Krista, are you here? You hear that she likes horror games? Phasmophobia. Krista plays that a lot. Have you played Phasmophobia?
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So Krista, everybody, the chat's freaking out over Krista being frozen. So she's not frozen. That's just a still.
She's from Canada. It's pretty cold there.
Yeah, I'm
That is
chilly.
true. That is true.
Help, please.
But yeah, so we got to get you guys on for some Mario Kart. If you guys got a Switch, me and
Okay,
Ripper
you just
just
want to
cussed
see
each
me
other.
angry?
Yes, that's literally what it's about. That's it. Like if I was gonna say like the gaming aspect kind of is relaxing, and sometimes it is until we play Mario Kart, and then like
It's violence.
that's
I'll
all
do
is.
it. I'll do it, but I cannot be held accountable for what comes out of my mouth.
Me all the time when we go to like Dave and Buster's, and we'll do the Mario Kart there,
Yeah.
and I whoop that ass. So like, yeah.
What?
there we
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's bad, Dave. Have you beaten me yet?
That Mario Kart is different, though. I can
It
attest
is.
to that.
It
That
is,
thing's
yeah.
weird as shit. I got like
Yeah.
a frying pan or something the entire race. I don't know what the hell.
I think
going
it's
on.
Namco or Capcom is the developer of that one, so it's not Nintendo didn't make it, but it is. I really want one of those Mario Kart arcade games bad, but yeah, I mean we have a lot of fun with that. It's a nice kind of laid back atmosphere. I guess people are freaking out because I say I like the new Call of Duty Vanguard. I do. I know that's a controversial take, no matter how good or bad a Call of Duty is, because literally everybody hates Call of Duty every time it comes out anyway. But I like Vanguard. I'm going to be streaming Vanguard tomorrow on Twitch. So if anybody, I'm going to get people on the team that's going to join us. But that's just a warm up for Halo. So, and Rippa, we got to get you on these shooters, Rippa.
Yeah, man.
All you do is play FIFA and Mario Kart.
Yeah, man. I need to get back on. We got back on Destiny for a little bit. But yeah, it's been a minute since I've been like hardcore into a shooter.
Yeah.
Where I was like, playing it pretty daily, and I was really competitive on the scene with. It's been a while, man. It's been.
If you need a good TV for it, let me know, Rip.
I got like playing on that damn projection screen you got over there, man. It's like 70 inches. Not happening. But yeah, I do need.
It is QLED, man. 4K.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, Ryan's got like a giant fucking like 75-inch TV in front of him that he plays video games on. You have no right to criticize Big Bird because that makes you a literal idiot. Like, who plays games on a 75-inch TV?
I don't have. Listen, I'm not fucking Young Ripper. I'm not on Blaze and all that fucking shit. All right, I can't just go out and buy a sweet gaming monitor or some shit. I gotta work with what I got. It's popped up on this like random ass piece of furniture. Like all my you go out this door right here. All these fucking boxes still piled up from my move. I work with what I got. All right. And that's what I have, and it does okay. It does all right.
You gotta get that motherfucker an actual monitor, man.
Oh man! All right, so and again, this is what happens every time we play Mario Kart. This is the greatest edit in the history of edits, right here. Here we go.
We're gonna get you, assholes. Just know that. Fuck them! Fuck them! Sick of their shit. I don't fucking care anymore.
It's so good. That is exactly. I was like, you're talking all this shit. You're in first. You're like, fuck this. And then a blue shell hits. You're like, fuck this. I don't even care anymore, man. I don't even care anymore. Oh, man.
Literally, the only time I don't talk to them at first. I don't say shit because I feel like it's only a matter of time.
Yep. Such is life with that stupid.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let me knock out a couple of these super chats really quickly. We got Bama Grad says, "Hail to Jeremy. 3 questions for you for future reference. First, what's your shirt jacket size? Large, typically. What's your lineage? Scottish, Irish, English? I don't really know a lot about my lineage. My mom is German and Indian, like Cherokee Indian. I don't really know about my mom or my dad's side. So I've really never... I don't know a lot about...
You could have just stopped at German and everybody would have believed you.
So. And then third, what's your short hair chihuahua's name? Well, you got Puppy Face, which is the black and white one, and then Leia, which is the little short fat brown one. So that's Leia and Puppy Face. Those are my dogs' names right there. Gerald Armstrong for 5. Ryan for hunt for more fictional characters. Wait. Ryan on the hunt for more fictional character Twitter accounts and roast them. So he wants you to hunt for more fictional characters. How many did you roast?
I believe 5. I got Big Bird, Elmo, Grover, Oscar the Grouch, and the Count. So.
Should hunt.
The Count didn't even say anything.
He corrected it. He said should hunt. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. The Count didn't even say anything about like COVID. That account literally just tweets out another number. So it was like 300,000 or 312,785. So I just retweeted that dumb bitch and said, "Is that how many days to slow the spread?" So we're not quite there, but almost.
Getting there, that's for sure.
We got Let's Go Brandon for 5 says eternal. Oh, sorry. Let's Go Brandon $5 says Let's Go Brandon #FJB Let Freedom Ring. Yes, and I don't know if you guys saw Ron DeSantis. I retweeted his response to people were like, "Is that really appropriate for people to be saying that?" And it was a great response. I retweeted it, but yeah, he pointed out, he's like, "Did you guys have a problem when people are saying that about Trump? I don't remember anybody in the media having a big problem when things like that. Worse things were said about Trump. Suddenly it's a problem with Biden." So I thought that was great. We've got...
Kept Defiant L's pretty busy for a few days there, finding all the people who said fuck Donald Trump, and then we're getting really upset about Let's Go Brandon.
All the gems on there. Oh, man.
It is like, that's my whole thing. Like my whole stance is I just want and not the memeable way that these nut jobs ask for equality. I want true equality. Like, okay, if we can't say something, then no one should be able to say that something. You know, if we can't talk about something, then no one should be able to talk about that something. And I have a problem with rules, structure, whatever. I have a problem when there's no consistency in how they're enforced. That's my outlook on it. I don't know if that's somewhat controversial, I guess, in 2021.
No, that's a logical take. That's a
And-
logical take. People are one-sided.
Yeah, it's just like with the whole Gina Carano thing. Like I remember saying this, and I knew that it was not going to go this way. But I'd said, like, when she was, and she wasn't saying anything terrible or anything like that. It was just that she wasn't going with the Hollywood narrative when she was saying things on Twitter that just weren't with the Hollywood woke agenda. That in return became controversial. And I said, like, if Gina can now speak her mind the way she is and still be representing Lucasfilm, then I have no problem with what the other people at Lucasfilm, the left-wing nut jobs, have been saying. Because now we've got a voice there that's a prominent voice, and if she's going to be able to show where she stands on issues and they're not going to punish her, then I'm not going to have a problem that the company has left-wing people out there saying it, because now there's a person that's on the opposite side. Because my entire argument with Lucasfilm was, there's 75 million people in this country, at least those, even for the 2020 election, 75 million people voted for Trump. Prior to that, Trump won the election in 2016. All I see from Lucasfilm is left-wing people spewing left-wing politics. Now, that gives me two scenarios. Either one, no one at Lucasfilm has anything other than left-wing opinions. Or two, people at Lucasfilm have those opinions, but they're not allowed to they're not allowed to speak those opinions publicly. Neither one of those is a good answer for them. So now that we saw someone like a Gina Carano having her opinions, I was like, okay, if she can say what she wants, then and they can say what they want, that's a fair situation. Guess who got fired? Exactly, and that's because they couldn't allow it. It's almost like anything else, like how I run my Geeks Gamers team, where if there's a thing, okay, well, guys, as long as everyone can do it, then it's okay to do it, but if I don't want everyone to go do X, Y, or Z. So it's like you have to, so with Lucasfilm, they go, okay, well, we can't allow right-wing opinions, because if she continues to say them, then what happens if another person starts saying it, and then another person, and then we've got a big problem. So they were like, we're going to cut it off at the source. That's essentially what it was, because they didn't want those opinions out there. That's Hollywood. That's my big problem with them. So my cold hard stance is, all of them should shut the fuck up and just act. I don't care about any of their fucking political opinions, but if they're gonna say them, it might as well let them all have their opinion. But it's all
hypocrisy, man. It's all hypocrisy. You see these same people that are talking about just accept the results, don't question anything that happened. That for 4 years we're literally saying fraudulent presidency.
Yes.
You can't make it up. That's why Defiant Elves blew up, because all they're doing is pointing out people's hypocrisy. That's all they're doing, and there's just so much every single day for them. Because whether it's politics, whether it's the entertainment industry, these people are always preaching one thing, but don't hold themselves to that same standard, because they don't actually believe it. They just don't want anyone on the other side to have any type of advantage, to get ahead, to be able to speak at all.
Yeah. World we're in, unfortunately. Go ahead.
Even kind of going back to the Gina Carano, didn't Pedro Pascal also post something
Yes.
comparing Trump supporters to being Nazis or white supremacists? And remember that, and no repercussions for that at all, because obviously if you say, F Trump, you get glorified for it. So even Robert De Niro, high up there with celebrities, but you say, let's go Brandon, it's like, no, you're a terrorist, you're against your country. And it's just like, really? Is that the hill you want to die on? It's like,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at what Gina Carano said about people being treated differently, and about maybe neighbors snitching on each other for this or that. And it's like you're literally having people be having to show their papers to get into supermarkets and stuff now. Whew. Man, it seems like there might have been something to that. I don't know. I'm just saying.
But it's crazy because they're not going to acknowledge it because they have so much pride, and I don't think they want to. The hell is this? Oh no! Oh no!
Back in my natural habitat. Look at Ripa, dude. Ripa looks so good in that.
That's the whitest. Oh no!
Oh man, that's good.
That's beautiful.
Ripple fits in just about as well as that actual black guy did.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking good, man.
Oh, that's good. I'm sorry, Gothix said it.
No, that's it. Listen, I can't follow up from that. That's it. That's a wrap.
That is great.
That's pretty good.
Yep. Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Side eyeing.
Shout out to Mr. Grant Gregory having some just had some things couldn't come up. He couldn't do the intro tonight, but we love Mr. Grant Gregory. Appreciate him. And that was really good. I wasn't prepared for that one. I was not prepared for that one at all. So I saw Ripa dropped it to private chat. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So
it's good.
Oh man, that was good. Good stuff. Okay. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. Eternals continues to fail, and it's wonderful. Now Disney bent the knee to the Arab money. Yeah, so there's this. So I love how this story about Eternals came out, and Middle Eastern countries, rejected it or banned it because of the obviously the identity politics, the gay characters in it, all of that. And so my argument has always been like, because I hear Disney and these companies are always like, we reject toxicity. We don't want this bigoted money. When they find like a five people say something racist on Rotten Tomatoes, and they build an entire narrative around it that's every Trump supporter that's ever existed, or something like that. And I'm like, well, then why are you in these markets in the Middle East for your films if you don't want that type of money where they literally throw gay people off buildings for being gay? Why do you want that money? Why are you marketing to them? Why are you censoring your films for them? And now I guess they've censored for four different territories now, Ryan, that they've censored. The reports are that they've censored Eternals.
So there's Egypt, United Arab Emirates, a couple other countries in the Middle East where they've put out a censored version of this film, or they're about to put out a censored version of this film, which removes all forms of intimacy, whether it's the first ever sex scene in an MCU movie, or whether it's the gay dudes kissing, which of course, iconic, first time ever that's happened in an MCU movie. Those are like things that they're literally proud of and that they're pushing out there, reasons to go see this film, while quietly they did censor those to get them out in the Middle East. They just, the ones that are actually banned, those places requested them to cut more, which was probably the entire elimination of any gay relationship, like even showing that they were together. That's probably what that is. And there's also a couple, countries in the Middle East that any form of deities or anything like that, the depiction of them as gods might not be okay. But so they didn't do that, but they did censor it in the Middle East. Abso-fucking-lutely.
That's amazing. It's amazing how they believe in all this so much until, of course, they need to make money from it, and suddenly they don't believe in it anymore. And I think that's what we're all seeing. That's why, like Gothix, I think you said last time you saw a movie was when?
A while ago. I kind of just gave up. Like, I wanted to go see Eternals, and then I'm like, nah, forget it. I started to hear some things, and I said, never mind.
Yeah. I will say, if you're on the fence on anything, I thought Dune was fantastic. I loved Dune. Yes, I absolutely loved that movie. And I didn't know much about the lore, but me and Ryan, Two really toxic people really like that movie. But I'm like, Rippa's the same way. Rippa.
Well, it's clearly a white savior movie. That's why I loved it.
That's
Oh,
true.
great.
That's true. But like, Rippa, when's the last time you saw a damn movie?
No, it was fairly recent. Last like movie I saw was which is clearly going to be like my last review for forever was Black Widow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was, but obviously I haven't seen any of the Marvel shows, Loki, or I've only seen clips of the Falcon Winter Soldier shit, and yeah, I didn't obviously see Shang-Chi, and I'm fucking for sure ain't about to see Eternals.
When I first met Rippa, this is how good of a dude Rippa is. So all that shit they say about him on Twitter is not true. You know why? Because we didn't know each other that well, but he was like, don't watch Supergirl, just watch the cringe cut on YouTube. I was like, thank you. Thank you. And I did, and I watched it. I could not believe that shit was real.
It's such a bad, it's a terrible show.
I sat through like 3 seasons of that shit.
Yeah, same here. I sat, and I obviously, that was the video that kind of blew up the channel for comic book stuff, was me reviewing. That was like my first music related million view video, was that me covering Supergirl. And I was like, that was when I jumped off. I was like, what the fuck am I watching, man? It was so bad. It was so bad, the direction that they took that movie. But it did kind of speak to the direction that the entire industry was going with this social justice bullshit. Like we saw the CW shows start adopting that, and it's just mundane, it's boring as fuck, and I just have no interest in it. Like and that is just representative really of all industries right now. I think we're all dealing with this, which is why we're such advocates of coming up with alternatives. But it's boring, man. It's fucking everything. Everybody's trying to be the first person to do this, and everybody's trying to check a box thinking that they're like pushing the fucking envelope, as if we've never seen that Shang-Chi comes out. It's like the 70s or the 80s never fucking happened, where we had like almost exclusively Asian films, particularly martial arts films that were coming out, and now all of a sudden this mother Simu, whatever his name is, comes along and he's acting like he's fucking, doing like breaking through or some shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you about 30 years late. What you talking about? But no, that's where we're at. Everybody, that's all this exists right now for, is everybody's trying to like be something greater than what they actually think they are. So this is why they, if you looked at Neurotic did a great job of pointing out, like when they were doing the release for Eternals, and just all the cuts of them bringing up diversity and representation and all of that shit. And it's like, that's all they brought up. Like, is the movie good? Who the fuck knows? But we know it's got a bunch of different colored motherfuckers in there, and and people of different sexualities. As if that does anybody give us a fuck about any of that. But yeah, that's just the direction that it's going. And all of these activists who are actors are just, they think they're obligated to everybody's fucking money, and they think they can say whatever the fuck they want, run every lore into the ground. Every fucking character gets ran into the ground like it's an Eternal movie where fucking Ajax is being played by Selma Hayek. How the fuck am I supposed to take that goddamn shit serious? At all? Like, they're not making these movies for me. They're not.
But what if I told you when she saw herself in her outfit, she cried because she saw her brown face as a superhero?
That's the first. That's one of the things. Like, no, it was Angelina Jolie. She was like, some of these guys are gonna finally see themselves for the first time. I'm like, God, you guys really think you're way more important than what you actually are. Like, a lot of us have been reading this stuff, watching this stuff of all different ethnic backgrounds, and it's not been shit. Like you can look on my wall right now and the various amounts of characters that aren't fucking black straight men. You know what I mean? But it's fucking Wonder Woman right there. Like, I can't fucking relate or get anything out of seeing fucking Wonder Woman because I'm not a fucking woman. It's like fucking stupid. But that's and this is why I'm so aggressively against that narrative, because I think it's insulting. Because what it does is it limits every single individual to some fucking thing that they didn't even control. You know what I mean? Like, I came out this way. Like, it ain't. That's why I'm not fucking bragging about being what it is that I am, because fucking me being, for example, black, I just came out this fucking way. I didn't work for it or anything like that. I just fucking came out this way. This is what happened. But they limited every individual to exactly that. So they treat you like you a fucking robot, and there's nothing else to you that is of importance aside from some shit that you didn't accomplish, or aside from anything that you didn't, you didn't control. And I just think it's bullshit. You know what I mean? And this is it's classic Marxism. I don't want to get into fucking that type of shit, but that's basically what this is and where that all stems from and why you keep seeing this repeated. And this infiltration happening in virtually every single industry right now. It sucks.
Yeah,
You know what?
It
The
is.
thing about that too that annoys me is that people don't realize that that type of encouraging that to just rely on your skin color or your sexuality as some type of something beneficial for a storyline. It's like that also you're setting up that actor for failure because if they suck at acting, they're not going to know. And instead, because they're already looking at the world through the like a lens of like a racial lens, they're going to just see, oh, well, people don't see my movie because I'm black. They don't see my movie because I'm a girl. There's no, you suck, but you've just been looking at the world through this stupid lens.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say because unfortunately I saw Eternals, and every time that and when I saw that cut with diversity, you mostly, of course, where you're hearing about it a lot, people just kind of use that as a shield from criticism. It's like, well,
absolutely.
people aren't seeing this because we have the first deaf person, we have the first woman of color doing this, and that's all you in the like 2.5 hours. Me and my dad, we had a conversation in between like scenes because it was a bit boring, and it's just so apparent where it's just you kind of see ideology placed before story.
Absolutely.
And I even got confused on one of the Eternals, the fast one that is deaf, and I was like, hey, we have these Celestials that created the Eternals, these cosmic beings, and they made a defective one that can't talk. So I thought that was just weird on just representation points in there where it just kind of didn't make sense to me. But
to be fair, a woman that can't talk may be an improvement.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe the Celestials knew what they were doing.
Oh,
man.
that's a good.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, that's we talked about this last show with who was on last? Mimology was on.
Yeah, Mimology, yeah.
And we talked about exactly that. Like they took Jack Kirby's fucking work and just ran the bitch into the ground because none of those characters act, look, or anything like their counterparts in the and to be fair, like again, it's like people like, oh, they changed them for this reason. I was like, no, there were Eternals that were not all white and straight. What the fuck are you talking about? Like that, it's not like again they were pushing the envelope by changing them. No, that was just something. And to be fair, that dickhead Kevin Feige, he admitted it. Like he was like, yeah, that's why we used the Eternals. It was obscure enough that other people didn't know who they were. So and we could just change them all, and nobody would, make a big fuss. They wanted to check a box. That's the only reason that movie exists. Is they wanted to check as many fucking boxes as they could in one. So they have all the deaf character, this black character, that gay character, that woman of color, all of this other shit in the story is like, I feel like they didn't even give a fuck about that at all. Like that's on its list from 1 to 100. That was probably at 100. Like, oh wait, we got to tell a story now.
Yeah,
I thought we just could throw some motherfuckers out there doing some shit and then we could be okay. And then they told a story, and I'm pretty sure the story's dog shit and has nothing to do with source material. Like I've said, they're not making these movies for me. They're making these movies for these fucking weirdos that they've conditioned to feel as if that type of shit matters. Like the only thing about it is just your sexuality and all sorts of other things. The character can be dog shit. He or she can be mundane. It doesn't matter. It's just, hey, look at them. They're gay, and all of a sudden, little Johnny sees himself or they selves or whatever fucking pronouns that they're going by. It's just bullshit. It makes for a lousy stuff. But like I was saying, what they're doing is try to shield themselves from criticism. They set that up before the movie even came out. Mm-hmm. You saw all of the publications shilling for this fucking movie and saying, well, they're leading with the fact that there are characters that exist that are of this ilk or whatever. And if God forbid someone dislike it, oh, you have a problem with seeing a woman of color. Like, shut the fuck up. Like again, like you're not doing anything bold, brave, or new here. We've seen characters that exist in film that are not like white straight men. You're not doing anything special, but that's specifically what they put that out there for those particular reasons. It's to shield them from virtually any sort of criticism. And God forbid you don't like it, well, you got a problem with your homosexuality or you're a homophobe or whatever nonsensical buzz term that they can throw out there. And like I said, it's just fucking boring. This is why I say you make fun of these people.
That's all you can do is make fun of them. I'm trying to find this video right here. I think I got it. Yeah, right here. Yeah. So this is Memology, our boy Memology. I'm gonna play this clip, the variety deal. It's so good, man. It's so good. And this is where we are with these people, man. Right here. Shout out to Memology.
First of all, Elizabeth, it is not a bad movie in the slightest. I think it's one of Marvel's best efforts thus far.
No, 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 no.
Has great action. It focuses a lot on story. It's diverse, it has great characters, all that. I think this speaks to a larger problem that is in the industry. Anytime a woman takes on the action genre, which has been typically made for men to helm, people come harder on that filmmaker when she takes it on. I think it's an issue that needs to be addressed.
I love the phrase "come harder" on her.
That it's
I agree with you 100%. Right when you started talking about this, I said, imagine that. The film that is directed by a woman has the lowest score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
It's just.
I know those guys too, hilariously enough. Fucking Z, that's my homie, old homie.
But look what he said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in real life, like yeah.
Oh man, that's
Like,
funny.
Awesome.
He said in the
Gothix.
video. He said in the video that anytime a woman takes these roles, they receive like backlash or criticism, and we need to address that. Like, address what? Like, are people not entitled to like or dislike a movie? What is there to address?
Yeah. It's such a weird dynamic, and I love the fact that these people accuse me of like being intimidated because a black person's in a movie or a woman. It's like, I grew up watching movies like Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood and Juice and Above the Rim. I was a massive Tupac fan. Not so much Cool Runnings.
That's not proof. That's like saying I'm not racist. I have a black friend.
Exactly.
That's not proof, buddy.
That's exactly it. And it's like, you go back and watch those movies. These people that claim how much they love black people and we need black, they haven't watched Menace to Society. They would be offended 3 minutes into that fucking movie. They wouldn't be able to handle that shit. That's why I liked Shaft that came out like in 2019, the Shaft movie with Samuel L. Jackson that the critics hated. Critics hated it. But you look at the Rotten Tomatoes score for fans, it's got like a 94% from fans. You know why? Because it goes after PC culture. There's actually black guys in the movie talking like black dudes do, offensive bullshit, just like regular dudes say bullshit. And it's funny. And it's like, it's men being men. And the critics didn't like it, even though it was a black director. It was an all-black cast. But because it didn't have the messaging, suddenly those black people didn't exist, apparently. That wasn't a stunning and brave film. And it's just ridiculous. Like, when I was growing up, I don't need I don't need anybody to like me. I watched basketball. I was a Michael Jordan fan. I made fun of Larry Bird.
How did Michael Jordan become the most popular athlete in the world?
I would say Michael Jordan's the most
that couldn't see.
Exactly. I would say Michael Jordan's the most popular, probably person of my lifetime. Like him or Michael Jackson,
Jackson.
Yeah, that's the only two that to me, like Michael Jordan transcended everything. Yeah. But of course, everybody's racist. It's so weird, man.
Boring, man.
It is. Boring. It is. All right, Buford T. Justice for $50 says, great to see Gothix with the team again. When she was on FNT, we saw Clifton Duncan smoke himself into coma.
Yeah.
Krista is freaking me out. Krista, do you have anything to say before we follow up on that? How you doing over there, Krista? No,
blink.
She's blink. Oh no! Oh, that's so disturbing. Oh man!
What did I miss?
Oh man, that was good.
Orange-Agonton Jeremy.
Orange-Agonton, that was so bad, but yeah, that was funny. So Clifton smoked himself into a coma when you and him were on Gothix, and that was funny as hell, dude.
So good. So I was concerned. I said, "Listen, like, I smoke, but like you smoked."
Yeah. It's like you're like WebMD. Can you OD on weed?
Oh man, that was good. Yeah, we love Clifton. Man, I love some of his responses on social media. It's so good.
That's so good.
Ryan, you and Clifton need to kind of coordinate and be like, all right, let's just roast these people right here with y'all's. Only you can do. It's so good, man. I love Clifton. So good people. That would be good if you and Clifton were just like roasting like the same people over and over again.
We just did a monthly roast session or something.
Yeah.
A stream where we just tweet at people.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That'd be good.
That would be great. We got another 50 from Tony, and Tony got a lot of super chats, and I know there's a lot. I'm going to get to them. So thank you all for the support. We greatly do appreciate that. Tony says Bob Chapek has halted everything in Star Wars. Rogue Squadron and many other Star Wars shows have been held back except for Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. And the High Republic books and story groups are permanently canceled. Is that for real?
No, that's not real. That is a rumor.
Okay.
So it's a rumor out there.
I'll lean on Ryan for that one.
It's ironically coming on the same day when it's reported that Kevin Feige and is doing a High Republic movie. So that is, I really appreciate the super chat. That is definitely a rumor. So reportedly all the Kathleen Kennedy projects have been halted. Well, you know, Obi-Wan's Kathleen Kennedy project. We'll see.
And Tony, Tony's obviously a huge support of us. So, now I have heard a lot of that stuff going on. I feel like Rippa with Marvel. That's how I am with Star Wars now.
It's so weird that this big rumor comes out a day after it's officially announced that Rogue Squadron was delayed.
Yeah,
it's weird that didn't come out before, but yeah, Rogue Squadron officially has been delayed, probably about a year, but they haven't put a date on it. But yeah, Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron is going to be pushed back. And there's reports that there's an Old Republic film or potentially High Republic with Kevin Feige that's going to replace that in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm so disconnected from Disney Star Wars. I don't know anything going on anymore. I don't care. To me, it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if they just go full on identity politics for the next 10 years. Or if they actually try to do it right, because I don't care. I am emotionally disconnected from everything they're doing. I'm not going to watch. What's the next series? Book of Boba Fett. I won't watch it. I didn't watch Bad Batch. I'm just done. So the only way they can get me back is if they decided to rehire Gina Carano, but I don't mean just bring her back. Like, I'm talking like full on like public apology. Maybe even let Trump walk her back into the doors of Lucasfilm. That's about the only way I would. That's the only way I would forgive them for what they did to her. But I would support Gina because Gina's great. But I'm done. So I don't know what the latest in Star Wars is, but it's dead to me. So I can't even.
Shockingly, listen, as we said so much in 2016, Trump is still your president. Kathleen Kennedy is still the president of Lucasfilm, and it's November 8th now. So
yep, she ain't going nowhere.
About all I got to say about that.
Yep, she ain't
going
nowhere.
Based on rumors.
By the way, we did cross 2,000 people watching, so thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. You guys have been so supportive of this show, and it just continues to get better every single week, and so I really do appreciate all of you. Smash the melee button. Make sure you're subscribed to Gothix on YouTube. Follow her on Twitch, right? On Twitch?
Yeah,
what are you on
I
Twitch?
guess you can follow me back there again.
We need to bully her into streaming more on Twitch. So mods, make sure we have links to all of that. Krista, I don't know if you have any links that you can share with them, but make sure you guys go and support Gothix because she's great, and I want to continue to see her, doing her thing. And we're gonna bully her into playing more video games, though.
All right.
So.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
And then once it gets to Mario Kart, then she's gonna be like, fuck Geeks and Gamers for making me play Mario Kart.
Yeah. So that's how you end friendships.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan's completely done with, Ryan's so miserable. I did bully him into playing last week for a little while, so on Mario Kart.
Yeah, like a bully, beg, one or the other. But I did play for like 2 hours, and it reminded me just why I fucking tried as hard as I could to get off that damn stream. It's just so fucking depressing.
It's not. It's a great game. It's
fucking trash. The servers are fucking garbage. People lucking out. People that are trash at the fucking game. Like people because the game brings you back if you do get ahead, and if you're stuck in this 9 to 3rd place, you get stuck with all these people that are fucking garbage that aren't any good, but they randomly got a bullet or a star during lightning, whatever the fuck, and they fuck your race up because they don't even know how to race.
Yeah.
Krista, I'm talking to you.
That's just how it goes, though, man. That's how it goes. I'm trying to find. I was wanting to find a clip of us. Good Lord, Chris! I didn't realize how many videos on Geeks and Gamers clips you've uploaded. My God, there's a lot of fucking videos over there. The channel's only been around for a few months. Holy shit, that's a lot of videos. All right, well, Geeks and Gamers clips. If you have not checked that channel out, you can go. There's a lot of just nonsensical videos that Krista uploads, little clips of us playing video games and all of that. And I'm trying to find one with us on Mario Kart where we were basically screaming at each other, but I can't find it right now, so I'll get back to the super chats. Okay, so where are we at on this? I got to catch up. We got Tony's. We got Buford T. Justice. We got, okay, Fantastic Mr. Knox says, the fact that the Morbius trailer looks more eventful than Eternals did, but I wonder why it's releasing in a month where movies tend to die. Hoping it's good. I have not seen it. Has anybody seen the trailer for Morbius?
I have.
Yeah, I've seen it. Look, man, I'm not one. I don't encourage people getting enthusiastic and falling for this fucking nostalgia bait that Marvel keeps fucking deploying out there. It's probably not gonna be any fucking good. Jared Leto might be the most overrated motherfucking. He's a better fucking artist than he is a goddamn actor. Quit falling for this goddamn the nostalgia bait. It happens every fucking time they put out some shit with some fucking flashing lights and everybody gets all googly eyed, forgetting that they just gave y'all like fucking pounds upon pounds of dog shit for the last fucking 7 movies, man. Like let quit falling for that shit, man. Quit falling for it. And this is why. And this is my job, obviously, as a guy that is going to be a creator, certainly in this comic book space. Hell, when me and Gothix and Saul linked up, they got to see a little bit of some of the book it is that we're coming up with. We got to try to wean these guys off of this shit. If I, of all people, can drop a fucking pull list, anybody can fucking do it with Marvel and DC. Like if me, of all people, can say, you know what, fuck that goddamn company. But yeah, this is why these creators and certainly these alternative guys need to come in. So people don't have to sit up here and look and hope fucking Marvel or DC is going to put out something in a comic book space that's fucking worth a goddamn. You know, you can say, oh no, there's alternatives that kind of give you the same feel of why we grew up loving and cherishing the stories that Marvel and DC gave us, but it's something new and it's not connected to a bunch of those fucking Marxists. That's what we gotta do, because until we can get, yes, there's alternative comics, but they're not competing, like, let's say, with Marvel and DC. We can get in that space and legitimately, compete with them. Then we won't have a bunch of people fucking being enthusiastic about it every time they come out with some shit. Though we know it's dog shit, we hope and pray, and we shouldn't have to fucking do that, like at all. That's not how this shit is supposed to work.
Yeah. And I remember when we spoke about it too. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Interrupt, man. Tell me to go fuck myself. That's how we roll around here. So
that's how we do it.
Say, shut the fuck up, Jeremy. I got something to say. Let's go.
Reparation talk. All right. Yeah. Well, I remember we were talking about that too, like the nostalgia bait and how these companies just have this, like these conglomerates have this money to just throw shit in the fire. Because at this point, these comic books, they're not selling. And these ideas, they're not selling. Like now we have like, what is it, like a trans Amazonian now, and it's just now we have Clark's son that's for climate change when he's literally fucking Superman, and it's just like all these ideas, and they know it's bad and it doesn't sell. And it just blows my mind how much they double down. And like you said, when we have people like Jared Leto being Morbius, to be honest, I don't fucking really know anything about Morbius. I was like, all right, that's a vampire, and Spider-Man, that's always been some random shit. I was like, put Blade in there. That'll probably make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
But it's true. People just like fall for that shit. And these stories are just getting worse. Yeah. And I try not to get mad. I remember I talked to you about it. But when you just see them fucking it up more and more, it's just like,
it's fucking irritating, man. Because obviously it doesn't have to be that way. They just choose to fuck the shit up. You know what I mean? And that's how they get us, is that they reel us in with, okay, we know these characters. And that, this should be the most fun time for a comic book really anybody in nerd culture, but you know, we're talking about Marvel and DC. If you're a comic book guy, this should be like the most enthusiastic one should ever be, because you finally, all eyes are on it, all the investments on it. So a lot of stories that maybe you grew up reading should be able to come to life now and actually have a good like form of investment now with all the technology that they have and things that they're able to do. And instead of doing that, they bait you with the logo or some shit, or the character. Hey, look at this, Batman's coming out with a new fucking movie where Riddler is fucking the Zodiac killer. Like, yeah, like that makes all the fucking sense in the world, but I can't see. I mean, you know, you look at Twitter and these motherfuckers get googly eyed again because they see that, and it shouldn't have to be that, but that's just where we're at with it. And that's why, you know, going back to the culture talk, it shows that their game worked. You know what I mean? Left is that long-term infiltration. That's why it was never trivial for them. They knew if they got control of it, they could get control of generations. And the people that get googly-eyed at everything these guys put out, I get it. I could even argue that I was in there at some point, kind of fucking drinking the Kool-Aid there for a bit. But you know, that's why it matters to them, because they know they can put forth whatever agenda that they want to out there, and there's still people that are going to give them hope and buy into it. You know what I mean? The people have hope, and they're going to buy into it because it has that brand that, you know, we don't want to accept. They control now. Unfortunately, we have to, but people don't want to. So anytime they come out with something new, they go that route. But to your point, yeah, the stories aren't any fucking good at all. They're just launching points for basically these guys' careers, activists and actors, and their individual careers, and that's really all that it is. And it sucks to be a fan of this stuff because, you know, I got bookshelves and long boxes all over the goddamn place of stories that I think would be awesome to come to life. They're never gonna fucking touch those, and if they do, they'll probably fuck it up. You know, that's what I have to accept.
Sad reality of where we are, unfortunately. But I mean,
they'll do the fucking they'll do the Infinity Gauntlet saga without Adam Warlock. They'll bring in Adam Warlock three years later.
Yeah, and then they bring in fucking with, you know, spoiler alert for people. There's a character that's apparently appears in the fucking credit scene or something to the Eternals.
You spoil that. Fuck that shit.
Why the fuck would they bring him after all of that Infinity Gauntlet shit pops off? They now want to bring the motherfucker. Like, it just goes to show these guys have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Nope.
They have no idea.
None at all. Now, Will Blackburn's got a super chat I think that Ryan's going to appreciate. $20. Big Bird is morbidly obese and he can't fly.
Shit, yeah, maybe Big Bird needs that shit. He's got a lot of comorbidities, so I don't know.
Krista, can we play that clip that you put on Twitter about Ryan? I don't know if we can do that. Can we play that, or would we get hit?
It's Ice Cube.
Right?
Yeah, we're probably gonna hit on that one. Yeah, but Krista, there's this Ice Cube. You can drop it in the chat. People can check it out and play. But yeah, so it's that was pretty funny. She's like, it's Big Bird's response to Ryan, and it's really good. So let me see. Got Fantastic Mr. Knox says, it'll be interesting to see how Eternals does in its second week against movies like Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, I mean, I think that look, Eternals, I think, is going to lose money. I don't think it's going to be profitable.
It needs to make 500. So, I mean, this first weekend was behind Shang-Chi, and Shang-Chi had that Monday that was fucking massive, right? Because of the holiday weekend, and Shang-Chi also had no competition for a month.
Yeah.
Eternals is the first couple of days are less than that, and it needs to make about $75 million more. So, I mean, who knows? Anything can happen, and I don't really see it, but I'm going to be interested to see how Ghostbusters Afterlife is received. I'm not really excited for it. I know a lot of people really are. I don't have a ton of attachment to Ghostbusters. I like Ghostbusters 1 and 2, but I don't know.
I don't know. I can only judge it on the trailer. The trailer looked good to me. I do love Ghostbusters from back in the day, but I'm not.
Last week you called the Biden
sold. I'm not sold that it's going to be a home run. I think it's going to be very divisive for fans.
Like, I don't need to see Stranger Things Ghostbusters where the old guys show up with the last 5 minutes. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. It's going to be that.
Exactly.
It already looks better than the last one that came out, though.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
that's not hard to do at
I
all.
don't like. I don't even think like Ghostbusters needs a remake. It's one of those movies that I'm like, well, let's freaking leave it alone.
It's pretty
And
timeless.
like, it's timeless. And then also like, I also am very worrisome because I feel like they're gonna put some type of woke shit in it.
Yes.
And then I think of like, another one of my favorite movies is The Matrix, and they're redoing that, and I'm seeing some blue-haired chick in there. I'm like, oh, red flag.
Well, I mean,
Well,
like,
you can see from the trailers what they're doing with Trinity, and like you could from the trailer, like they're showing you that Trinity has powers of the One now. Like they're showing that. Now, to be fair, they rebooted the Matrix like 7 or 8 times, so Neo was like the 8th, the One. So yeah, it's not just him. There's been multiple people that have had those, and maybe this is another reboot. Like they could explain that, but at the same time, it's like, all right, well, we see what you're doing. Oh, and of course, we know. I'm sure Gothix hates the Matrix now because the whole thing was a trans allegory, right?
I fucking hate it. It's like the Matrix has some of the best quotes when I'm dealing with like leftists that are like underneath this woke spell. It's like they don't want to wake up, right? They're so dependent on the system. But now it's like all this like, I can't stand it.
Oh my god, that was a good one, Ryan. But that's funny. All right, Bill Sotheby for 20 says, Jeremy, your tweet with DeSantis answering the reporter about the Brandon administration had me dying laughing. All I could picture was Ripa clutching his pearls when the reporter says, "It's a swear against the president." You know what? I'll play that clip right now. So this is the governor of the great state of Florida, Ron DeSantis, the man. We love Ron DeSantis. So here we go right here.
Last week, you called the Biden administration the Brandon administration. Do you feel that that is the proper level of exchange between a governor and a president?
Well,
hope that music doesn't get me hit. I don't think it will.
Let me ask you how he's treated us. I mean, they take
Shouldn't you rise above that?
Well, they
even if
take
he
a lot
treats
of
you
pot shots.
badly?
But look, I think it's a joke. But honestly, one of the reasons why that has taken on is because a lot of your folks in the national media, they get very sensitive to it. Because what happened was people were chanting something else very colorful.
It's a swear about the president.
Well, you had a reporter though say that it was "Let's go Brandon" when that's not really what was said. And so I think the reason why it's caught on is because I think it needles the national media a little bit. Because look, I mean, they've become very partisan. I mean, they were very much against Trump. They're very much ahead of Biden. So I think we view it as fun. But I do think
But it's a swear about the president.
Oh.
Well, right. But I mean, here's what I would say. Was there hand-wringing about this, about the stuff that was said about Trump for 4 years? No, there wasn't.
So well said.
So funny how and that dude represents typical leftism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he says, "Oh well,
shouldn't you rise above
shouldn't
that?
you rise above that?" So it's the equivalent to what these dudes what I've been dealing with today, right? A motherfucker says something to me, I respond. They basically hit and it's more of they're akin to throwing their hands behind their back and how could you possibly say something like that? Oh, you have all of these followers. Wait a minute. If you didn't want me to say nothing, what you talking shit for? You know what I mean? What you doing all this yip yapping for? But that's how they tend to act. It's like they want better of you while they can do the ugliest shit they possibly can. And then the minute you meet them down there, because I have I'm not one of those, I'll rise above. Nah, fuck that. You want to go in the fucking mud? I go right there with your punk ass. I'm going to come out on top either way. And they hate that shit, but they think that basically it's the equivalent to, again, throwing your hands, and then they want to hide them behind their back when the motherfucker turn around. And that's just representative of how a lot of leftists like to argue, or rather how they like to handle people. They want to do ugly things to you, and God forbid that you dish it back, and then they want to cry foul.
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
The whole "Let's Go Brandon" thing, it's about the media. It's so funny. People it's so funny to see conservatives who are afraid to say fuck. They're just so scared to say it. My bitch, you obviously didn't watch our shit. That's obvious. And then, of course, the next week after I fight about that on Twitter, you're not supposed to swear out puppets. Okay.
Exactly.
But no, it's because exactly what DeSantis says. It's one, it captures the nation state and how upset they are against the president. But also it's about the media trying to tell people not to believe what you're hearing, not to believe what you're seeing. Just listen to us and listen to our narrative.
Yep.
And now that's been turned back against them. That's why it has so much meaning to people.
This is us in Arizona at the in-game bar for our Geeks and Gamers Friday Night Tights meetup that we did last week, and I'll just let you guys listen in.
Let's go, Brandon! 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 Let's go, Brandon!
And that's Ryan right there in the middle. You got an RK Outpost shirt right there.
That ain't me. That's Jed.
No,
That's
that
our
was you.
buddy Jed
I'm
there.
saying that was you down in the middle, kind of leading
Oh,
the
yeah,
chant.
yeah.
We were upstairs, so that was awesome, man. So, at the end of the day, man, this is it's exactly what you guys asked for. You spent 4 years shitting all over Trump, which again, whether you like Trump or not, that's kind of irrelevant to it. The people that are offended over the Let's Go Brandon chant are the same people that were saying fuck Trump for 4 years. That's the point. That's the point. And it's just funny. It's funny to watch this all play out. So fuck them. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. That's my philosophy on life. Fuck them if they can't take the joke. So
I'm with it.
Yeah. Tony Yule also says, for those who are new to Dune, to the Dune movie, I highly recommend that you watch Quinn's Idea channel on YouTube. It will help you get familiar with the lore and what to expect with the rest of the Duneverse. So that is Quinn's Idea channel on YouTube, and that will help you if you're new to that lore, which I am.
I've seen that one floating around when I was looking at Dune stuff as well. I would also recommend Nerd Cookies, who's about
Nerd Cookies is fantastic.
I think she's about to hit 80,000 subscribers, and somehow she's doing it by not complaining about SJWs. So I don't understand how she's.
How does that work?
She's just making lore videos and shit like that. So
does she put the screaming SJW in her thumbnail with the red eyes at least?
No, she
Damn
doesn't
it.
do that. She
How
just
does that
puts,
work?
Things from the movie, just like normal pictures, not with like a weird picture of Gal Gadot looking fucked up or like something like that. It's like just normal shit.
Nerd Cookies is great.
Awesome.
Yeah, Nerd Cookies actually made a video for our Prog Hoppin' channel, our theme park channel. It was a fucking phenomenal video. Like, she does really good work. She's actually, unlike me and Ryan, she's actually talented. So we
definitely
can't claim
not a
that.
fit for Geeks and Gamers.
No,
obviously.
not at all. Not at all. That's why Rip is not officially on the team. He's just kind of here whenever he can, because he's talented. He ain't got time for this clickbait bullshit. Renee says, it's not about popular opinion. Let's see. It's not about popular opinion. It's about what opinions are popular on Twitter and a bunch of losers repeating those opinions because they want to fit in. Yeah, I mean, Twitter's a disaster. Hell, Dave Portnoy got suspended on Twitter. Did you see that? Got a 12-hour suspension.
Yeah.
It's just
because they said you revealed a reporter's email that's probably publicly available on their website.
Yeah,
so that's what it was, revealing personal information about a reporter. One of the reporters who's trying to get him canceled. One of the reporters who's part of the group of people who wrote a bullshit hit piece on him that has no substantiation at all, and in fact is not corroborated by the police department or anything that they put in the article itself. Now they are sending emails to all of Barstool's sponsors and saying, linking the article that they wrote and saying, hey, just wanted to know if you've seen this article that we wrote and what's your stance? Are you okay doing business with this type of person? They're literally trying to cancel them, go after their sponsors.
Why can't these businesses just say, yes, we do want to sponsor them? I just want a business to stand up and say, yes, I am going to sponsor this transphobic or bigoted or racist influencer.
State Farm did that for Aaron Rodgers, over the past couple of days when Aaron Rodgers came out, and I have my thoughts about why Aaron Rodgers came out and put it in this manner, because I think he was actually looking to manipulate a lot of people. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers not vaccinated, and he, put that information out there. The woke mainstream media is absolutely crushing him over it. And one member of the media, Mike Floria, said, I wonder what State Farm, Aaron Rodgers' sponsor, thinks about his stance. And State Farm came out and said, hey, listen, we encourage people to get the jab, but we also support his personal decision and will remain Aaron Rodgers' sponsor or doing business with him. So they did that, to their credit.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, that's how it should. I was very surprised at that. But then Aaron Rodgers comes out on the Pat McAfee show wearing a fucking Rise of Skywalker shirt. You should have canceled him. You should have canceled him.
Rise of Skywalker, really.
I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Rodgers? Yeah, that ain't gonna win you.
That's who he is. I've been telling everybody. He's trying to trick people. He's
Yeah,
just
I know.
manipulating people.
I don't like Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is part of the woke mob. Aaron Rodgers. This is not a fucking discussion for this channel. But Aaron Rodgers, a couple weeks ago, was supportive of John Gruden getting canceled and kicked out of the NFL for 10-year-old emails in private discussions that were a big nothing burger. But now Aaron Rodgers wants to play the victim and saying that the woke cancel culture mob just out of control against me. Fuck off, you
That's
bitch.
what they always say until it goes after them, and then they change their tune. Every time.
Yeah, it's true. And
but I wish that businesses would stand up more, because like we're seeing the shift in culture right now. It's like this is where the important time is, where people start making new things and going off and doing their own stuff, because we can't rely on the things that are already established.
Yeah.
So eventually it's going to bite them in the ass. And I think most people that pay attention aren't going to forget these companies that just caved to mob's demands. Like at this point, like, and it's crazy because people still try to tag my old sponsors and get me booted off of sponsorships. I'm like, dude, I don't even work with them anymore. But it's like, I think just based on how people react to me and seeing me stand up to cancel culture, if a company is going to say, you know what, no, we're going to keep working with this influencer regardless of what you say, I think they would get so much credibility with the people.
Yeah. It's a promotion in itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we, like right now, I think the hot thing is to stand up against that. I think that gets these companies so much good press and good energy from normal people, right? The normal people who have never fucking heard of them before, don't know what they're about, will go and support them literally just because they took one stand.
In and out.
Yep.
Yes.
I was about to say, in and out, yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, like shit like that is what it's the hot thing right now, because normal people are fed up with it. Regardless of the backlash they think they'll get on Twitter or whatever, people are supporting people that are standing up against the totalitarianism, against the wokeness, whatever it may be.
Yeah, look, we're right. You know, we are on the right side of this. Like again, I'm an individualist. That's the only way I can describe myself. You know, as long as you're not doing anything illegal, I don't really give a shit what you do. It's not my business. You know, just don't try to ruin my business. That's all I ask. Like, do your thing, be successful. If you can build a channel off of hating me, which many people have, fucking do it. If I'm relevant enough for a channel to have consistent content hating on me, that means I'm doing something right. I mean, that's nothing but a compliment to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's okay. I fully support that idea. It's just that I don't know why. Like, it's a bunch of lazy fucking people is what it is. Lazy fucking people that are trying to control and cancel and want the government to give them handouts and give them everything. They're lazy people. They don't want to earn anything. Play Metroid Dread without any help, motherfucker. That's what you need to do in 2021. I bet you fuckers can't. I bet you'd give up 20 minutes into it. You know, and that's not even hard from like standards that we used to play. Rippa, it's not even that. It's a difficult game, but it ain't difficult like Battletoads and shit. You know what I mean?
That's what Rippa was fighting about today.
Yeah, that's what the whole shit was today about. You know, why that happened, and just quick backstory on that for people that have been following the page. Some dickhead who I don't know what he does. I guess I hate when people. Yeah, he's a game journalist, really something of the nature. I really despise when people try to use folk, particularly I have a problem with folk that try to use people that have like disabilities and try to hide behind them to shield them from like other shit, or really use them to funnel their personal ideals with. So he's using that, and this is the argument that's been happening with gaming for really, it's been going on for a minute now, but especially right now, and that's the accessibility shit, where now it's conflated with basically easiness instead of trying to accommodate someone that's colorblind or something like that. So what he did was he posts some video of him playing Forza, and he quotes, which is a straw man. He says, "Oh, how could Dark Souls have an easy mode or something like that?" And the motherfucker goes, he's playing in the video Forza, the new Forza, and he in the accessibility options, which is crazy as fuck to me. They basically have it options to where the game plays itself, and he is some game speed thing, and he drops it all the way down to like 40 from what the default setting is, which was 100. Funny, hilariously enough, the motherfucker still was so trash he still couldn't make the turn. So he gets in a wreck either way it goes. But he was trying to use that to shit on guys that, you know, Soulsborne folk, that, you know, that's what's unique about those games. And that it's about patterns and you know, memorization of mechanics and reaction speed and all of that. And that's what this stem from, is like that motherfucker was upset, and all these weirdos with pronouns in their bio are upset that there are folks like us that are like, okay, you have goofball ass games that are mindless. Why do you need to go ruin the games that are made for people that want a little more complexity in their games? And they think that, well, more options the better, which is never the case or anything. But that's what it stemmed from. It stemmed from the exact subject, which is why it's hilarious that they all, and this is the point that I brought up in my show today, they're the same people. Like the same people that we're arguing with, in like every other subject matter, it's the same people bitching at us. It's the same people. It's the same pronoun brigade. It's the same little hammer and sickle in their fucking handle and shit. It's the same exact people. And I don't think that that's a coincidence, obviously, because I think that stems from some philosophical issues where they have problems that there are folks that are better than them at certain things, and they see that as a threat as opposed to embracing that there's differences between people, and God forbid that there's a skill gap or a ceiling or that is high up there. God forbid that is a barrier of entry or something, because all these idiots feel like they're obligated to be able to complete every aspect of every single game, so they must be accommodated. And I hate that they've hijacked folk with disabilities to try to say that that's the reason why they want it that way, when I'm watching motherfuckers that ain't got no hands play a Warzone and fucking destroy people. I ain't trying to hear they shit. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
Yeah, let's see him do that on my TV. That's the real disability.
Here's one of the clips I was looking for right here. This is just a bunch of fucking toxic people playing video games right here. There we go. Fuck you, Benny.
Wow!
Boom! And I got Benny. And I got Benny.
What did I get hit by? What did I get hit by? What the fuck? What was that?
That's all I play this fucking game. This game is not even fun. That's some bullshit. I go from 5th place to 12th place on the last fucking turn. I got hit 4 times in a.
It's always just a bunch of people bitching, dude.
Right there.
I was in first.
Rip was like, what was that? What was that? Oh
Trash
man,
ass servers.
Oh god, but that's like, it doesn't matter. That Alex Jones clip is so accurate, because he's like, you'll be like, oh man, I love this game, and then the next race you'll be like, fuck, what the fuck, you know? But like, that was like my whole thing about when I created Geeks and Gamers back in like 2011. It was like, I wanted to play video games with friends, like in person, like console games, because like talking shit and roasting people is part of life, and it's part of gaming. And this protected class class that the social justice weirdos are trying to create, when you start saying that someone can't be made fun of or you can't roast somebody, that just makes them get roasted even more. You know, like if you're getting roasted or made fun of, that's a form of acceptance in most kind of circles of friends or whatever. You know, like me and Ryan are rarely nice to each other. We're great friends. We're great. We work together. We rarely are nice to each other. Just like, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah.
Whenever we say something nice, like if it's gone 30 seconds of like niceness or whatever, one of us will say, all right, it's getting pretty fucking gay. Go fuck yourself. That's basically it.
Yeah. You know, Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, like we've said before.
I was just about to say that.
Yes.
It would not last like the Halo 3 lobbies or like the Modern Warfare lobbies. It's like, bro,
they couldn't survive it. They
couldn't survive it.
But that's the difference between eras, and this is why I won't let them make it when they sit up here and try to ruin each game. I mean, look, despite all this technology, games, I think pretty much all of us can agree for the most part, they're rare in terms of what like a new good one comes out that seems to be the next new gen experience, right? We don't get those, you know, we don't really get those often, and it's because they're trying to cater to the lowest common fucking denominator. It's $1 billion industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry. There's a lot of people that got in on it that didn't necessarily grow up on it. And look, I'm not one of those guys that's saying that folks can't game or shouldn't be able to. But the fact that now, just as it has with every other industry, this whole, I don't know if it's trophy generation, I don't know what it is, but everybody feels like they have to be able to do something. So one of the points that I brought up, for example, was this is a big argument with the fighting game community of like, okay, year to year, now this game has a wider parry window. Why? You know what I mean? Oh, so people can now be better at it, or be good at it instead of having to rely more so on their reaction speed or something like that. But that's a game-breaking fucking mechanic. The game's now not even anything like what it was, and now you have people that are able to get away with like cheesing and shit like that. But yeah, that's a difference, I guess, in generations. And now you have a bunch of people who are growing up to be gamers in a space where they think that everything should be made with them in mind. It was like the crackhead talking about Souls, and it was like, oh, what if I just want to experience the story? First of all, Souls games have always been driven by their gameplay. You know what I mean? You got to kind of pick up on the story anyway. But that's a weird thing for me to hear from someone. Is what if I want to experience the story? I'm like, motherfucker, go watch a walkthrough on YouTube. Like,
exactly. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, what? Like, what do you mean? Fucking you? Why are you obligated to experience it? Like I don't get that. I still can't really wrap my mind around that. And I guess it's because I grew up. I'm like, our generation was the last generation of arcade gamers. You know what I mean? Like where like the arcade was actually a thing that people went to, not some retro
not just
shit.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, like not no David. Like no, that was the thing that people actually did. So it was a lot of shit talking, a lot of fucking PvP. Essentially, it was a lot of like, okay, you had people that you knew, you saw them in the fucking arcade on the Street Fighter sticks or whatever. That motherfucker was cold. I was still gonna try to give him the business, but you knew he was cold. Like that was just, and sometimes you got your ass whooped. And that was just the experience. It wasn't, oh my God, the game developer should change the entire fucking game because I'm losing. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just weird. And I don't understand it, especially when it comes to easiness in games, because I can look right there in my closet and there's a big stack of Sega Genesis games that I never fucking completed. And I didn't cry to the developers about it because I couldn't be Vector Man 2. Like, I never did that. Oh, they need to make it easier. Like, it's fucking weird, man.
Like, the thing that annoys me with that, when they make games easier too, is like, let's be real, like, with the exception, obviously, here, games are generally geared towards kids, right?
Right.
So you get them sort of like encouraged to just give up and say, I want to get something that's easier. Mm-hmm. What does that look like when they grow up? They're going to expect the world with doing very little.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Well, that's the point I was making about, like Metroid Dread. Like, it just came out for the Switch, and it by 2021 standards is a very difficult game. By normal standards, it's not easy, but there's there's games that were far more difficult back in the day, and I'm sure like Dark Souls and all that. But I just think everybody should have to play through a game like that with no help, and little things like that. It sounds kind of stupid, but it's actually legit. Like, it will, some of these TikTok kids and these Twitter, it'll teach you about life. It's about overcoming. It's about learning. It's about, hey, okay, the pattern, you got to figure out the pattern. You got to figure out, okay, I'm going to die probably 25 times until I get this pattern figured out. But that's a small kind of glimpse into the real world, and you make this stuff easier for these kids at a young age. It's just, it's setting them up for failure as they get older, and again, there's nothing wrong with having games out there that are easy, but you wouldn't taking something like Dark Souls.
Every game have to be that? That's the thing. Like the part I brought up was Animal Crossing. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not advocating that, and it's funny because I brought it up. People were like, oh no, that'd be a pretty good idea. I was like, why wouldn't? I'm not begging for Animal Crossing to have some like hardcore mode where you fucking like kill like villagers, or if you get bit by a tarantula and die or some shit, or you can die, it wipes all of your fucking progress on the island. And I'm not advocating for anything like that because I know that game isn't built with with my type of gamer in mind. But that's the difference. It's one-sided because they are going game to game and thinking that game should be created with them in mind. No matter what, like a lot of us don't go to those games and say Candy Crush or some shit. And I'm like, oh, that needs to be made for me. Like, no, it's like, all right.
It's funny you say that because I literally have said that about Animal Crossing. I said, like, when these people were trying to get me to play that shit, like, the only way I'm going to play is if there's some mode where I can go to your island and literally just fuck it up. Just everything you fucking own.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'll play.
But that's the indication that obviously it's not built with a person like me in mind. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with that, and I think that's the lesson that's being taught, unfortunately, to all these weirdos, is that this is what the inclusion and representation era kind of brought upon us, and that's a bunch of people that feel like they're under some obligation they're entitled to be included, and that's not how life works. That's a horrible lesson to teach young people. You are going to be gated out of certain things, and it could be for various amount of different reasons. It could be your intellect, it could be your height, or it could be fucking anything. And that's just the real world. But that's the difference, I guess, between certain generations is that a lot of folks in ours never saw that as like a threat, and we had enough self-esteem to recognize that's okay, that I can't do something. You know what I mean? I'll try like hell. And you know, I would argue that a lot of my competitive nature just in general came from that. You know, why I'm an ambitious person outside of my, like in my real life per se, is because I grew up gaming, you know what I mean? Playing PvP and competing all the fucking time. And there was nothing wrong with having some sort of shortcoming, whereas now they see that as a threat to them. Like, oh, I can't be included. Now you are using aggression upon me, which is, again, it sounds stupid, but that's how they view life.
Well, I got it.
Like you had a great.
Always interrupt. Always interrupt. Go ahead.
Whoever should talk. All right. No, I think you did have a great point when you say that that it attracts that type of people. That there's no coincidence to it, because let's be real. People who kind of preach on that side that they want it easier. They said they want the bar to kind of like not be there, so they're so set with mediocrity, and they want you to change things to set their view. So the Dark Souls game, it's funny. I had a debate with my friend because I was on the other side. Like, what's the point of just making it easy? I don't see any point. You know, what would be bad about that? But then I looked into what is it? The Act Man. He made a video about like, you know, with the difficulty in it, and it's the game's brand. And like the creators, they thrive off that, and they love seeing players like persevere. One of our friends said when he completes a Souls game, like that's just like
feels good.
It feels really good. And it's just the same people who kind of want to rip it apart. It's just like, no, you have to make it easy for me. The same people that want everything handed to them, and they want mediocrity to be the new like bar. It's just like, okay, no, it's too difficult. No, it's not. It shouldn't be too difficult for me. You need to change it so I can do it now. It's just like, bitch, if you want to play it, then play it. And if you want to beat it, then beat it. And you know, the like the culture around like get good when it comes to it. I finally like understand it. And and the community is so vast too. Like if you can't pass some shit, just look it up, and everyone will help out.
They'll help you out.
It's an experience, and people just like bitching about it. And it's funny because I flipped. I was just like, I used to think, hey, let's put an easy mode, but I was like, no, fuck that. That's their thing. Let them do it. And if you want to be part of it, then you'll be part of it. Stop bitching about it.
Well said. Well said.
Get good as a white supremacist talking.
Let them tell it. It is.
You say that. I bet I could find it.
Somebody said it somewhere.
And on that point, I think it kind of applies. We got a super chat from Gek812. Family loving Starlight cats plus my sister and two nieces, 3 and 13 years old. Eric, will Ripaverse be family friendly or adults only? It's fun sharing these stories.
It won't be adults only. There will be books that we'll put out that will be geared towards that, but it's not going to be like me and Shane. Big shout out. That's who he's referring to. Shane Davis with Starlight Cats.
Okay.
We've had him on the show.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out Shane Davis. I know you had him on.
Yeah, we had him on the show, and you know, he talked about like it was like kind of an all ages thing, and that he wanted to do that. Mine's is more so geared for probably teenagers, you know, and up. You know what I mean? Kind of what your standard book more so is. So it's I won't say it'll be all ages per se. There'll be something in mind, but it's not going to be like can for sure tell you it's not going to be like strictly adult only. Though there will be certain books that are more so geared where it makes more sense for that particular character to have that presence in his book, in his or her book. But no, it won't be like adults only. The main standard will be teens and up.
Well, I mean, I think there's this now. Again, this might be a little controversial. Ripa's got this weird philosophy. When he creates his business, he doesn't want to alienate people. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. Like it's a shocker, but It's almost like if you voted for Biden or if you voted for Trump or if you don't give a shit about politics, I'm pretty sure he would still welcome you.
I want you as a
ain't
customer.
Yeah, you know,
I
it's
want
crazy.
everybody I possibly can be. Again, I'm thinking about who I got to replace, and I will encourage people to actually read up on, like, you know, it's funny how people like to try to pin like Marvel on, oh, we were always on some social justice shit. I'm like, have you guys ever actually listened to Stan Lee talk about this actual subject? He vehemently disagrees with a lot of you guys on this subject matter, and I love his approach where he talked about, like, I've talked about this extensively, the lovely video of Stan Lee talking about this very subject, and he's like, you know, when I would talk about like a social ill, he's like, I put it underlaying the plot. I never wanted the audience to feel like I was beating them over the head, certainly with it. Because that's not what this is about. And there's also in one of his soapboxes, he talks about this. It's like, we got people that work for this company that are of different, you know, backgrounds in terms of definitely with their political stuff. The reason why we generally aren't so heavy ham-fisted, or we try to make sure that it's at least minimum represented, you know, according to, you know, the fact that, like, if we're talking about America, people in America may think differently. We have that represented instead of having like it just be one thing. That's the reality, you know, and that's a good way, just from a business standpoint. If you're trying to sell something, that's, you tend to not want to cap people off like for something as trivial as a reason like that. But yeah, like, obviously, yeah, everybody knows I'm a libertarian, but I'm not making and cap the comics. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm interested in doing at all. I want to make it to where anybody can digest it, and yeah, maybe people that know me will be able to pick up on some of that. But yeah, I'm not interested in just beating everybody over the head with my political slant. I'll be being a hypocrite if I actually did that.
Well, instead, what they do, Rip, is they pull like this one fucking interview where he talked about the X-Men and like what diversity means and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, underrepresented people. Like, they told that one thing instead of the multitude of times where he talked about how they didn't want to beat people over the head with it.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Krista she's promised me she was going to stare the entire stream. She's not going to blink or anything. So, you know, so you guys just have to, you know, so she's not going to blink the entire stream. So, just an update. Are you still alive there, Krista? The chat's very concerned. They're very concerned.
Beep.
There you go, right there.
She's
Right,
actually
there you
just eating Cheetos, and she's got them all over her fucking shirt. She's just fuck.
Yes, he's on deck.
I like how she communicates just with me.
Stroke face, right?
Yeah, my stroke face picture. That's actually me after the Johnson and Johnson.
I'd say this one.
Yeah, that's actually. Hey, go back to that other one. That's probably what Gavin Newsom's face looks like right now.
That's good.
That was good. That was good.
Oh man.
Oh man. Enoch Maman. Hey Jeremy. Last night I asked if you had played the Ghostbusters video game. Well, I was watching The Real BBC with Gary, Az, and Mahler today. All three of them said they had. I was surprised hearing Gary played a video game. That is surprising that Gary played Ghostbusters, the video
Sure, it
game.
wasn't like a pinball machine or something.
I had to be. I'll have to ask Gary about that. That's shocking right there. I do want to play that Ghostbusters game that came out a few years ago. Have you played that one, Ripa? That one that came out a few years ago?
I don't even know. This is my first time hearing this.
It's supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be. It's not Ghostbusters 2016. Let's just say that it's actually based on the real Ghostbusters. So, Samurai Vader says sorry for. Sorry for entering the MK streams when troll named memes, ruining the fun and calling Ryan a nut. Think we can still be friends? Jokes aside, I do apologize. I owe Tugs a steak. Also, Ripa, and he's got something written, and I have no idea what he's saying. But is that you that was trolling with all those freaking me names? Freaking George Floyd is a freaking me character, and then he was like getting in the comments, and he's like saying obvious quotes in reference to. I was like, dude, I was like, I thought it was Crimson.
Crimson, yeah, I thought that was what it was.
It might, but there was others. Like, remember that one? What was Mo?
Oh, Mo
Lester, and then Uche's like,
oh shit.
I don't care.
No idea.
I don't care what Uche says when he was mad because like this guy Mole Lester hit Uche with a I don't know, a shell or something. He's like, motherfucker, molester, what are you doing? We're like, did you really just talk to him like that's his name? Oh, no, I knew. No, you didn't, Uche. No, you did not. It's so funny.
Best in the world.
Best played against the best in the world, man.
A Sticks for $9.99. Thank you, A Sticks. Appreciate you. We've got Divergent Zen. Back in college, my friend was telling a dude about the hours he was sinking into getting good at Soul Calibur, and this dude was like, don't get good at Soul Calibur, get good at chemical engineering. #life lesson. I mean, that's true to an extent, but it just kind of depends on what your passion is. I mean, if somebody like Ninja would have been told to get good at something other than Fortnite, where would he be right now? It's just it just kind of depends on what your passion is.
I also never liked that approach because I think there's a bunch of retarded people that somehow think that there's gamers that don't have jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
I went to school for both economics as well as fucking communication. I went and did all that retarded shit, wasting my time and piling up mountains of debt. And I'm still a fucking gamer. I had a corporate job. I did all that, and I'm still a fucking gamer. I've never understood those people. But that's where, you know, and to be fair, Cernovich now has came. He's realized the error of his ways.
Did he?
Because on this particular subject, he was talking about. So somebody showed me this new game. Or something, and he was there. I admit that I was like a kind of a boomer on this subject matter because these guys think that it's a time sink that doesn't amount to really any fucking thing else. And these are the same fucking guys who go fucking to bars and shit. So I'm not trying to hear that. You drink Bud Ice. I'm not trying to hear anything about fucking someone sinking their time into something when your fat ass fucking watch, I don't know, football maybe all day. I'm gonna say this as a sports guy, but they act like people sinking their time into something else it doesn't mean anything. I've never understood that position because most of the people that I know that are very, very good at games also have jobs. So I'm not trying to fucking hear that shit.
A lot of people are really fucking hyper competitive about that shit. Like the people that are successful, they're just that way. They're wired that way about everything, not just fucking games.
A good point. Great point. Yeah.
And Ripa prefers Zima, to be clear.
No.
He's got cases. He's got cases.
Well,
they're out of camera range.
Guys,
That's
listen. As someone that doesn't drink alcohol, I need a safe space where we don't discuss drinking alcohol. I need you guys to make me feel welcome in your space, even though it's my space, and we're going to all continue to adapt to whatever I want. Okay, can we do that? Because I'm offended.
Can we get drunk on Dr. Pepper?
He also wastes it on his controllers and shit.
That's true.
I don't drink. I don't drink or smoke, believe it or not.
Really?
Everybody's always surprised by that.
Like, have you ever?
Well, everybody.
You've never even tried it? I've never tried alcohol or tobacco or drugs.
No, I saw what that shit did to my father. I said, "Fuck no."
Yeah, so on, man.
I had dinner with Ripa the other day when he was here in Orlando. There ain't no way anybody's gonna guess what he had to drink there.
I was going to say White Claw. Your boy had a White Claw. Get out of here, Ripple.
Cranberry juice.
That's close.
No.
Apple
Kool-Aid.
No.
Lemonade. It was lemonade.
Hold on. Was it purple drink?
He got it.
It was pink lemonade. You're right.
Yeah, because you asked for that. Yeah, we went out to eat with him too. Yeah.
When I went out to eat with them, it was the same thing. Yeah, it's like obviously you with the lady. The lady was there as well. I saw her get a drink. She drinks. I don't fucking drink. I don't drink at all.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't even know
I
that.
think it's good because I'd probably be in jail.
Yo, drunk Ripper, I can't imagine.
Yeah, drunk me would probably be
drunk you on Twitter.
Ooh.
Like if I got angrier when I was drunk, I would be. But
Ryan's a pussy when he gets drunk. I've seen it firsthand. Like and I'm sure most of you like that watch us consistently know the story. But so when we were in Vegas, we were in John Bartolo's studio. Shout out to John Bartolo, by the way. We were in John Bartolo's studio. All the Geeks Gamers team was there. Ryan was just getting shit faced, and
I mean that was more than drunk.
You were gone.
Up.
You were gone, and slowly, like as the stream started, he started slurring a little bit his words, not the slurs that he says every day, but just he slurs his words. And
I saved those for after the stream.
He starts complimenting me, and I was like, "This is awkward." And he's like, Jeremy's a great guy. You guys don't get it, man. He's a great guy. He's a great leader. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck are we doing?
That's how you knew I was. Fucking
oh yeah,
compromised.
no, it was really weird. But then he took it a step further. It was already concerning enough when he's complimenting me and talking about how great I am and all this shit.
Is bad.
Then he starts complimenting Krista, and he's like, you guys don't understand. Krista's great. She's so sweet. Her Twitch channel's so great. She's amazing.
That's not what it sounded like.
Oh,
at
it was
all,
fucking
because
terrible.
those were
It
kind of
was
the things I was
terrible.
saying, yeah.
It was so bad. And then he gets up and goes and hugs her, and then he's hugging everybody that comes in the room, and we're like, you're a pussy, dude. Never drink again.
It was the worst moment for me.
It was
but I did listen, I did redeem myself by the end of it.
Yeah, you did.
That. At the end of the night, Krista was really concerned about me because I was probably completely blacked out. And she opened the car door for me when we were leaving. And after she did that, I don't remember. I can't be held accountable. I looked her dead straight in the face, and I was like, I just called her the F slur. That was it.
You did?
Yeah, I was like, he's back.
Yeah, I was like, that's the only proper response.
Krista, of all people, calls that. We're like, what is...
And I was like, "Aw, he was being so nice to me. This is the least I can do."
That's good.
Something inside me told me I needed to be toxic.
Oh man, it was so funny. Oh my gosh.
Good,
like, yeah, Krista, look that stream up and see if you can find a couple of the funny moments. It's still public. It's still public. So see if you can find a few of those
I'm about
funny
to
moments.
delete
We'll
it.
Yeah, I heard that. All right, so we have Georgia Molo in the house. George for $200.
Boom.
George says, typical millennial milk SOP generation, and let's see, woke re-wanting. It's because it split it up. Woke re-wanting to influence both film and games with catnip for crazies. There's only one place for equality, one king in the digital jungle for free voices and phenomenal entertainment. All hail Jeremy and Geeks and Gamers. Always forward. Thank you, George, the man, the myth, the legend.
George.
And George is killing it over on his channel, by the way. So you guys need to go check it out. George the Giant Slayer. Chat, make sure you drop that in there. I've been talking to him about stuff, but he's like, what'd you think about my first video? I'm like, it's substantially better than anything I've ever produced. It's substantially better than anything I've produced. And because he does good work, he does good research, he does good editing, which is everything I don't do. I just turn the camera on and read an article and bitch about SJWs. That's what I do. So, that's how it is. I don't know what that is. Wokerati? I don't know what that is. What is that? Like the Illuminati?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay, I didn't get that. So I didn't get that. But yeah, George is awesome, and just appreciate everything from him. So, dude, he just jumps in here and drops bombs. That's what he does. All right, trying to catch up. Thank you, George. George the Giant Slayer. How many videos have you produced now, George?
About 4, maybe
3 or 4. I know he did his Dune review. He did his first video where he kind of talked a little bit about him, and then he did the Dune review, and he did I think 2 more
videos. Yeah.
So he's awesome though. And Krista is winning the staring contest, no doubt about that. Where are we at? We got Misanthropic 1, Gothix, holla family, yo Ryan. I got reported on IG for commenting about KR on your post. Either you got trolls or IG is straight-ish or both.
Who was that?
That was Misanthropic 1.
Oh, what's up, Misanthropic 1?
Yeah.
I ironically, when I posted the picture of me watching the Rittenhouse trial, and I went and I did the hashtag Rittenhouse, and there was like 42 public uses of that hashtag. So I definitely think IG is like just all over that, not allowing that shit to spread it all over there. That's what it seems like to me. Yeah. Because there's no way only 42 people use that hashtag.
I don't spend any time on Instagram. The only time I sign on Instagram, I get a bunch of messages from these LeBron stans that just hate my guts because they're Sports Wars videos. Because man, they are defensive as fuck over LeBron. That and the Beyonce crowds, because Beyonce is the most overrated, overhyped entertainer that's ever existed in the history of humanity. That's in the Bible, by the way. I don't know what page, but even Jesus said she's overrated. So
I do like the use of the word overrated there. I think it was deserved.
You think it was deserved right there?
I think it's the proper use of the word overrated.
Well, you're wrong about In-N-Out Burger. So, but the day after Ryan talks about how bad In-N-Out Burger is and Chick-fil-A, they come out and show that they're standing for the country. So they're
imagine giving Chick-fil-A like a 9 out of 10 and saying, "Oh, Ryan talked about how bad they are." That's the narrative you just tried to set for everybody who wasn't watching that stream. You fuck.
Yes. So Streamlabs, it's linked in the pinned post if you're looking for Streamlabs, by the way. And fuck you, Ryan. By the way, Ryan, beat your ass in fantasy football this week. Fuck you. Knocked your ass out of the fucking league, bitch. What's up with that?
I'm not out of the league yet.
You don't need to be in the fucking league. You're getting your ass beat by me. And even Tugs is ahead of you. That's how bad you are.
I know. It's sad. It's sad that the fucking best player in the league, that the person who has the best team in the league, consistently has some fucking bad shit happen to my team. So I'll have to figure out a way to overcome. It's about the hero's journey, as Jeremy would like to say.
Well, I mean, you're making a lot of excuses, Ryan. That's what it sounds like to me. It just sounds like you're making excuses. Maybe
I just said I had the best team in the league. I just said I'm going to make the playoffs. So I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying how it is.
I think, honestly, with all the excuses you're making, you are one step away from this right here. You're one step away. Right there. So best we can do is blame white supremacy.
Yes.
I fucking hate
way too good with that. It's just so fucking annoying. Oh, dude.
God.
That's literally all they parry. It's like, you just gotta blame white supremacy. I'm like, fucking dumb bitch. Like, it's so annoying.
Oh man, that was good. I love it. That's a great meme. I saw that in some reply somewhere, and I was like, I gotta get that one and post that. That was good. So I didn't put my watermark on it, unlike John Campy. I probably should have put my watermark right in the middle of it, but I didn't feel that was right. But all right, let me catch up here. Wheezy Bird, Cernovich in the past said you aren't a real man if you spent Saturdays watching NCAA football over being in the woods. Also, where's Paul Walker MI? I don't know what MI is. Michigan?
Mission Impossible?
No, just
Michigan? Paul Walker's dead.
Yeah, Paul Walker is dead. Thank you for the breaking news there, Ryan. But... did he say that? Did Cernovich say that too?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah,
it was a while ago.
This is why, this is where
that was a terrible take, man.
Yeah,
he's had some bad ones. That was by far one of his worst takes.
These Republicans, dude, they're so obsessed with pissing off these massive groups of people, that are in your target demographic. NCAA football is your fucking target demographic. Video games, your target demographic.
Yeah,
it's crazy to me, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he pivoted. I know he pivoted from the video games one a little bit.
Well, he certainly pivoted from his January 6th stance, so that's not too surprising.
He pivoted. That's what he does, though. Yeah. He'll. That's what he does.
Really, he's like a fucking 90s basketball player.
That's what he does, man.
Yeah. Sorry, chat, for all of you that were surprised that Paul Walker died. Also, Sean Connery died, according to Ripa.
That happened 3 days ago.
Well, last week, Ripa puts in the private chat. He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Oh my god!" Sean Connery just died. What the fuck? And I was like, wait. It was kind of like that time when we got told that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and I was like, hasn't she been dead for like 8 months? And they're just pretending. But no, it was like a fucking year-old article that somebody retweeted. Rip it just
It's happened to me on people. I'm like, I didn't know they died, man, to be honest.
I was like, I didn't know that motherfucker died. Shit, I didn't know that at all. That was news to me.
I remember because they immediately tried to cancel him because there's one interview where he's like, yeah, if a bitch steps out of line, give her an open hand slap. He's like that's what he said. He's like, I would never punch a woman. Like basically saying they're not worth punching, but if they're out of line, you can give an open hand slap.
I didn't know. That sounds like your kind of man.
He's like an interview from back in the 80s or something. It's great.
I'd give her a slap.
And he gets asked about it. He's just like, I mean
I said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
But, like his body wasn't even cold yet, and they fucking brought all that
Sounds
shit
about
back
right.
out a year ago.
Speaking of Ryan, look what the judge in the Kyle Rittenhouse was reading. Women Deserve Less by Ryan Kinel.
My God.
Man.
Fucking Ryan.
An absolute triumph. On the back it says, John Campea says this book is a triumph. He wouldn't lie. He is the most honest. He is honest, very honest. He told me, why would he lie about that? Did you see Shang-Chi? That was so good, too. They gave me a basket. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, this book is the shit. This book, it's shit. Don't buy it. Seriously. A Geeks and Gamers title. I think that's what it says in the back. That's pretty good. So, good stuff, Mr.
Good.
Grant Gregory.
That is pretty good.
So,
I don't know if John Campea is going to be getting invited anymore to these Access events.
I know, it's going to be funny.
Watch, he'll start being honest when it happens, too.
Yeah, I heard that.
Maybe this will be his fucking moment.
Yeah, that'll be his moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of I don't have the video because it was such a long stream, but I think I do. Yeah, let me refresh this page. I have like a quote from him about how worried he is about his relationship with the studios.
Yeah, that's when I'm willing to bet money he'll start being honest. If they like ostracize him, and he loses his access, that's when you can finally start paying attention to the motherfucker again.
Let me see. So we got the Nico man says Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah,
I'm not a doctor. Just saying before I say this, Oscar the Grouch refuses the vaccine. Stocks up on ivermectin. Oh, that's good. Let's go. Brandon says, remember, we are the many. They are the few. They only have the power we give them. Stop supporting, stop listening, and live your life true. Very well said. Very well said. Stargate 404, buy a ticket for Dune, then walk into Eternals instead. I did that, or bought a ticket for Dune, and then walked into Eternals instead. I did that for Alita.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah, actually it is. I did that for Alita to see Captain Marvel. If I got to see a train wreck, at least support good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know Gary does that, and
that's a great idea. Actually,
I didn't see Captain Marvel. I saw actually though. I gotta say the version of Captain Marvel I saw was very entertaining. It's called Mahler's Review. That is the best version of Captain Marvel, Mahler's Review. So
I thought you were say Axel Bronze.
That one's good too. Fantastic. Mr. Knox says it takes a lot of balls to watermark an image that isn't yours. Campea is a special kind of person. Yeah, I mean it's not a good move, man, and he's just digging himself deeper with that nonsense. So
well, he deleted all of his shit from yesterday, even the stuff where he's trying to explain himself. He fucking deleted it because I think he wanted a fresh start for the stream this morning, so people couldn't hold those tweets against him. But like, his claim is he didn't think that these leaks were real, that these pictures were real. He thought they must have just been photoshopped and somebody sent them to me. And the thing is, he points to other times before where he's tweeted out Photoshop things, and he didn't watermark those. Yep. Like, if that's your policy, I watermarked it. Why would I do that if it was real? Well, why would you do it if it was fake? You haven't done it before. That doesn't make any sense to me. I think he put it out on Twitter to be a guy that leaked it. I don't think he thought it was going to be this much blowback. He's like, why wouldn't I make a video? Well, because you knew you'd have got like copyright struck or some shit if you did that. So you did it on Twitter for attention. And man, it's just blown up in his face so bad.
It is bad. And I'm loving every second of it. Soj says, is Krista okay? She hasn't moved a freaking inch. Krista, are you okay? Just communicating through pictures. So I'm assuming you're not streaming tonight, correct? Over on Twitch?
Yeah, no stream tonight.
No stream tonight. I might stream tonight. I might play Vanguard tonight. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it feels when this wraps up. Lonnie Holcomb says, what about World of Tanks? You know, FPS for old people. I never played World of Tanks.
Me either.
Seems like an old people game.
I have never played that. Soj also says, Ryan's mic is still pointed at his crotch. Why?
I don't fucking know. That's just how it is.
I sound better over there.
No, you know what? We have a message. We have a message from Kirk Herbstreit right now.
How do you listen to these stories and not feel pain and not not want to help. You know what I mean? It's like wearing a hoodie and putting your hands at 10 and 2. Oh God, I better look out because I'm wearing Nike gear. Like what? What are we talking about? And so you can't relate to that if you're white, but you can listen and you can try to help because this is not okay.
Stop it.
Gothix's face was so good reacting to that shit. So I just back with was that George Floyd? Is that what it was? Ryan?
Probably.
What was that me reacting to? I think it was George Floyd. I think. So they were on ESPN.
It was one of the career criminals that got shot last year. Tough to keep track.
But yeah, so ESPN was doing this whole thing, and yeah, Kirk Herbstreit said that it is one of the cringiest shits. Yes, it's a real clip. It happened on ESPN college football. Like he was there with other people, and they were all
might have
like
been Jacob Blake or something too. It could have been Jacob Blake.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a real clip though. That really
put your hands at 10 and 2 and wearing Nike gear.
I don't know what the hell he was talking about at first.
I think he's just talking about black people.
Yeah.
I see tears, I see whiteness, it's black people.
The voice definitely says that in word. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh man. There's only one response to that, and that's this.
Hollywood's telling us this is the only discussion.
I apologize, everyone. Yes.
Yeah.
Had to bump up the masculinity a little bit after watching Kirk Herbstreit. God. Nike gear, yeah. Oh, I'm wearing a hoodie. Oh, you can't relate if you're white.
Because that's not stereotypical.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
I don't know what that fucking guy was. Kirk Herbstreit's fucking weird.
It is so ratio. It was ratioed so bad on ESPN. So I can't believe they kept the comments or the likes and dislikes on.
They don't have shame.
So.
They'll always leave them on.
Yeah, that's
true.
That is
like
true.
half their videos get ratioed.
That's
they don't
true.
care.
They don't care. Oh man. Oh, good stuff. Okay. Let me see. Trying to catch up here. Oh, Tony Yule says, this just in, Disney CEO rages at woke Marvel's failure, demands answers from Captain Feige. # do not comply, Gina Carano's new number. He's got new number. You probably meant hashtag, though. I think he meant to put, it's a hashtag
yeah,
there,
new
I think is what it meant. So, new hashtag. So, do not comply is Gina Carano's new hashtag. So, I don't know about this stuff about CEO rages at woke Marvel's failure.
That is another... special rumor.
Okay.
There today.
So again, I think that Eternals is going to lose money. I think it's going to become part of my outro. So I'll be like, Solo lost money, Eternals lost money, Raylos are weird. Let's go, Brandon, and we will talk to you later. So that's the most important thing Eternals can do at this point in time is add to my outro. That's all I care about. So I'll be pulling for it to lose money. I hope it does, because it'll be the first MCU movie to ever lose money. And Ryan, can you pull that clip of go to Gary's video and pull the interviews up? Let's just watch that so everybody can see how bad it was. Has everybody seen the red carpet interviews for how bad this was? Gothix, have you seen it?
The rainbow carpet.
It's bad. It's very, very bad. Like, this is next level.
May as well be the rainbow carpet.
You're gonna love it, babe. Watch.
Oh, this is so bad. And so shout out to our boy Gary from Nerdrotic. We'll be on Friday Night Tights this Friday.
I got it right here. Let me share the screen.
Let me see. Okay. This is so unbelievably bad.
At least they got for all the deaf people out there, they got the people signing.
They
Here we
can
go.
Understand the bullshit.
Exactly.
The diversity of such a diverse team. Diverse, different diversity. You're a woman of color as well. Representation.
For so long, we've seen superheroes that have looked like
a small percentage of the world different.
We have a lot of representation.
Diverse.
Everybody looks different. Everybody sounds different.
A lot of people are going to see themselves as superheroes for the first time.
Diversity and the inclusion.
Different way. Diverse.
But it doesn't feel tokenistic.
Erotic.
That was the part that got me.
Tokenistic.
That was the part that got me when I obviously shared Nerd Rock's video as well, and one of my videos. That part right there was the perfect way to end it, because
very tokenistic.
Yeah, like that's literally your movie. Like that's what it is. It's tokenism. The movie is what Eternals is. So it's fucking hilarious that she said that dumb shit.
It's just so insulting, just to people like all of the amazing actors and actresses that are representing their groups, how people just have amnesia and totally forget about them. But like, I wonder, like, what is the number that they're looking for? Like, how many representation, like how much of that do we need before we can end this discussion?
Yeah. At this point, it's probably definitely, and this ain't a knock. It's just data. You know what I mean? Like, there ain't as many fucking LGBT fucking members as there are on TV now. I can tell you fucking that right now. They're overrepresented, like 100%.
It's like 5%, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
About 5% of the
like,
population.
if you watch any modern show, it ain't.
It's 1 in 5.
Yeah,
if you're lucky.
It's way above that. You know where it's at now. So yeah, it has nothing to do with like they're not even trying to make it like proportion to the population or anything. So there is no number. It's a phantom number that doesn't exist. Yeah. So, but it gives them reason to tokenize.
If you're watching CW, it's 50%.
Oh yeah, well,
there's no straight characters on CW. Yeah. Basically, they're all at least baseline bi. Yeah, that's like what CW is. It's funny we're talking about Supergirl. And I think it's the last episode aired today, I think, ironically.
Good.
But I was out. It was like Supergirl season 3 or 4 or something. I was watching all these fucking Arrowverse shows because I really liked the first 2 seasons of Arrow. I liked the first season of Flash. So I like started following all this stuff. And it got so bad. And I finally realized I was suffering through these shows every fucking week, like 5 shows every week. Yeah. Suffering through them all to keep up with these storylines, and all of a sudden Flash ain't about Flash anymore. It's about all the fucking people that work with Flash and Iris. Team Arrow, it was about Team Arrow, not about Arrow. And when it was about him, he was just being a fucking cuck. Legends of Tomorrow was fun, I guess, but overall a mess. And then Supergirl was trash. And it was the season where it's like, all right, now we're going to do, hey, James Olsen, Black Lives Matter. They wouldn't understand if they had a black superhero underneath the hood of Guardian. Like, they wouldn't understand. Then it was illegal immigration and like basically Trump's the enemy. Yeah. And then finally it was Dreamer. That was the last episode I watched. It's funny.
You made it further than I did.
I did,
because I didn't even get to Dreamer. I ended it where that was whatever the gay chick that
Alex.
No, but I think it was like her girlfriend at the cop that ended up being gay or whatever. And you know, it was so bad. Now I'm starting to remember what happened. Like, holy shit, it was terrible. But basically,
she turns gay in that shit. That detective just like, hey, you ever fucked a bitch before? She's like, I don't know. I guess I'm gay now.
Yeah, it was weird, man. But the chick's like father obviously didn't approve of her being, I guess, in some homosexual relationship. And he was like, the only thing that they hate more than fucking Mexicans or some shit is gay people. And I was like, what?
I remember that scene.
I was like, what the fuck? And it was that episode on. I was like, I'm out of here, bro. I ain't got time for this shit. What the hell am I watching, man? But yeah, no. And it wasn't like that was something that was like subtle. No, like he flat out he said that. Like that's what the father said to her. Like the only thing they hate more than one of us, I guess, like Mexicans, or it was some term that he used referring to immigrants, was fucking gay people. And I was like, all right, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm watching, but
I was just thinking base dad. That's what I was thinking.
I was like, you saying you like Batwoman then?
I've watched like 2 episodes of Batwoman ever.
I think I got through 6. I think it was the number.
Damn,
I was doing them on my show, on my reviews. I think I got to like 6, And then it just got it. I don't want to say it got too gay because that sounds bad, but that wasn't the problem. It was like when I say it got too gay, I mean like it became about
Soap
that,
opera,
and that was it. You know what I mean? It wasn't anything to the character. And I was talking. I was like, if they do that, they're gonna ruin this show. It's like not gonna be watchable for the vast majority of people. It ain't about them being fucking gay. It's more of like, yeah, like you said, it kind of turned into a soap opera. And then they spent like an entire fucking episode. It was everybody was waiting on it, right? It was like, all right, how long is it gonna take, you know, for them to do an entire episode centered around her sexuality? And that's what they fucking end up doing. They talk about the military and all of that shit and her experience there, and it just got so awkwardly gay. And I was like, all right, well, I guess this. Am I watching a super? Or am I watching Batwoman? What am I watching? Like this has nothing. This doesn't even have anything to do with fucking Batwoman going to kick some ass or anything. It's just homosexuals to show. And it's like, all right, but why is it Batwoman? You know what I mean? Like
stealing Bruce's suit, and it's like until it fits on a woman. It's just the dialogue was
so bad. It was terrible.
Well, I know Ripper said it got too gay for him, but we are strong allies.
Never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus.
That was a great story.
Yeah, great segue into that. But no, it is like it. To be fair to it, it doesn't start off that way. But to be fair, Supergirl didn't either. You know, it's the same concept. It's like they didn't start it that way, and then like midway into one of the seasons, they say, "All right, well now it's gonna be just about her sexuality," and it's like, "All right, I'm not interested in watching. I wouldn't be interested in watching a male superhero just talk about his sexuality all the fucking time either. Like that's
remember
not
that
what I'm watching.
First episode. Remember the pilot of Supergirl when they put her in that like skimpy, like traditional Supergirl outfit?
Yeah.
God, they fucking had her covered head to toe.
Yeah.
After those.
Oh yeah. By the end of the show, she was fucking in like just a fucking one-piece suit that had no semblance of any sort of like femininity or anything like that. But yeah, that show was weird because it's funny. Like, it seemed to at the beginning of it, like take shots at even those kind of social justice concepts. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so it sounded like it was going to be pretty decent, and then it just like
when they had what's her name, the media mogul chick.
Yeah, when she was like y'all look like a CW whatever. She was like cracking all kinds of fucking good like jokes and shit, and it seemed like it was going to be far more balanced, and then it just took a turn to.
That was when it was just CBS, like it hadn't gone full CW yet.
Yeah.
So. Now me and Rip are just down a fucking rabbit hole of Supergirl.
Yeah. Hey, but at least it's nerd shit.
I apologize to everybody that had to listen to that bullshit. No, anyway. No, I watched. I think I watched the first episode of Batwoman. Yeah, I think I watched the first episode of the first season and the first episode of the second season because I wanted to. I was like, I want to make videos on this shit. I couldn't do it. It's so fucking bad.
Big shout out to Az. He's
yes, our boy
my source of information.
Yes, Hill versus Babyface. Az, he puts up.
I don't know how he's doing it, man. I don't fucking know how he's suffering through that shit.
Well, if I was getting fucking 70,000 views every time I did a review, I'd probably suffer through it.
Mahler and Az are the only reason that show continues to get greenlit. They're the only reason because their videos get more views than the damn show does. But thank you.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh,
like, even people don't like, even like the people that show tries to cater to don't watch it. You know what I mean? Like it's not the ratings aren't indicating any of that. Like usually they at least go spite watch it just for like I want to take it to those fucking toxic incel YouTubers. But nah, they're not even watching that shit. Like
we gotta actually fucking watch it. We've talked about it so much. We gotta actually watch this shit.
What are we doing here? Let's see here. Oh no.
This is a level of CGI and the budget that goes into this show. Here you go.
When the ones you love turn their back on you, that's but you'll see when you suffer the way you made me suffer. You can't touch me without hurting yourself.
That's why he brought me.
We came prepared.
You can't intercept any of us now.
Don't be so sure.
Agent Blake?
You're kidding.
Yeah. By the end of the show, I guess it became fucking a fanfic.
Yeah, but it's even just the acting though. Like
This reminds me of Neil Breen's Productions, babe. Those really bad.
Dude, this right here was so bad.
This shit's better though. It's
This
hilarious.
is so bad.
This part.
This is Windows 95.
At best.
Fucking PS3.
Perry Chan does better in like a couple of hours. Oh my god.
Even just the first thing when you got the Martian, like, it looks like it's a fucking Japanese dub or some shit. Look at the fucking mouth.
Ones you love, turn their back on you.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Someone said it
they've
still
done
looks
a
better
way
than the
better
Turtles.
job in some of the early episodes depicting obviously that is Martian Manhunter there, but like
yeah, like John Jones, like they actually did
they did a decent job
with him initially. Yeah,
initially for sure they did.
Holy
a decent job.
crap!
I guess they just ran out of fucking money and they were like, "All right, this is what we got to work with. Get some motherfucker off Fiverr and have them fucking do the CGI, man. Hope for the best."
That was painful,
It's
man.
the same guy who did like Superman's mustache. And it's just like,
in Justice League.
in Justice League.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
Oh, that was so bad. Holy shit. That's next level right there. Next level. I'm so glad I didn't watch that show. My goodness.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was
Like I
absolutely
said, I
terrible.
remember
I don't
when,
know how Ryan made it a dreamer. I didn't even make it to that part. Like that's the trans superhero, right?
Yes, yeah.
Or is it a
they
hero,
introduced-
heroine, whatever?
They introduced a trans superhero, and the entire episode was just about how she's trans. And that's why, like,
and this is why I said that I got half the mind, like, to make one of these characters in my book just for the sake of showing them how to fucking do it. Like, they don't treat, and this is what I've said about the industry so long, right? They do it with black characters as well, where it's like everything about the character has to be centered around like the race. You know what I mean? And that's such a lousy way to create a character. And this is the benefit that a lot of straight white characters, for example, male characters have, is that there's no social ill to fall back on. So the writer is forced to have to be as creative as he possibly can. Whereas with a lot of like black characters, for example, it's just, okay, the character's black. I'm gonna center everything around that character being black, and there's no creativity sort of involved in that, and that really does. That sucks. You know what I mean?
Hey,
They
hang
don't know
tight.
what they're doing.
Hang tight.
Yeah.
They may take us down for the copyright. I got the
They
warning,
gonna
so
take
I
us
don't
down.
know.
Nah,
it said a warning. It said it may.
fine.
It said it may
Nah,
temporarily
they
come
ain't gonna take it
down. So
Nah,
as long
it
as
does that when I
Oh,
play
okay.
videos.
Okay,
That's all the
okay.
time. I ain't gonna take it down.
All right, I've never seen that warning, but I guess
Yeah.
maybe I don't have this.
Yeah,
screen pulled
if you're
up.
playing it
I've
for a
seen it.
longer extended period of time, it'll
Okay.
They basically give you a warning. Like, I remember Uche was streaming one time. He just like showing the entirety of BVS. Like, he just fucking streamed, and he like got really upset, and after like 3 minutes, they took him down.
All right, my bad, Rip. I didn't mean to interrupt you. So
No, I wouldn't.
So all good.
They just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No, that well, I think we know that for sure. I know before, because I don't want to keep you guys as too much longer. Listen, if you want to stay, you're welcome to stay. But I know we were talking about Modern Warfare 2 lobbies and Halo 3 and all that shit, and those are the golden days, man. And me and Rip have talked about it before. You know, Ryan lives in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. I mean, that's just what that's his life, you know. But like, you know, for people that didn't experience those lobbies and that time period, you know, like what was it like for you guys, you know, to experience that? Anybody can jump in at any point.
It was the initiation. Okay,
Yes.
That's how you became an adult. You get calloused. You go in there. They call you the N-word. That's it.
Your mom wasn't mentioned.
Yeah,
it didn't matter.
It is how it is. And I hate that. First of all, Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite Call of Duty. But also, like, it annoys me when people say, like, well, it's not right that people say these things. No shit. Like, I'm not saying that it's nice to say these things. You just accept it and you deal with it and you have fun. That's a part of the process.
Just move on.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the point of those words, is that they're not nice.
Yeah.
You know, like, not everybody in the world's gonna fucking like you.
Yeah.
And,
Like if you pay too much attention to what the guy is saying on the mic, then the game itself, you suck. Like that's just a deflection tactic.
I loved that because there wasn't nothing like going back in the, like, you know, you had the pregame lobby and these motherfuckers be talking all this noise and shit, and then you go in the game and then destroy them.
Fuck them up.
I used to
just fuck
fucking
'em up.
love getting back in the, you know, the post game lobby, and I'm fucking talking all kinds of dog shit. Like, you were talking all that noise, I was teabagging your stupid ass every time I fucking killed you. Like, it was toxic as fuck, but it was awesome, man. It was a great feeling, and it was a time where people didn't give a shit like about any. It wasn't nothing to hear those words, and nobody freaked out about it to the point to where they wanted to even harm themselves, which is a weird era that we're in now, where people hear shit like that and they lose it. Like they can't even bear to exist anymore. And that speaks to, again, some issues that a lot of this future generation unfortunately has now, is that they're going to grow up, or they already are growing up, and they do not know how to deal with problems like at all, and they malfunction, and that's not a good thing at all. Like, they face any sort of adversity, or any sort of person that doesn't like them or something, misgendered someone, and now they fucking want to lose their fucking mind, or they when you have people equating that to fucking violence, like Dave Chappelle tells a trans joke and that's violence. Like, come on, bro. Like, that says that something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like they because we didn't grow up in that era, because again, people called us all sorts of names on video games, and it was like nothing. Like, you know, you were white, you got called the fucking N-word, hard ER, and everything. It was like, who fucking cares, man? Like, the guy's an idiot.
It would put pressure on you. So if you're in a lobby with a bunch of your friends and you're the low man on the scoreboard, you know, you're gonna get roasted, not by just the other team, but also
you're gonna get roasted on your team. Like,
and you didn't want to be that, and it made you strive to be like, okay, I gotta bring it. I gotta bring it.
Motherfucker, look at. I know I was notorious for doing that. I'm like, I'm hard carrying, bro. I'm like on top of the leaderboard, hard carry, and I'm sitting on some motherfuckers at the bottom. I'm like, what the fuck you wanted?
You one of those?
Like you wanted 15. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know, I was one of those.
KD is trash, and be like, yo, get.
This is why I mute people on my team.
There ain't nothing like going into those lobbies and just getting fucking your shit pushed in by some like 12-year-old fuck who literally only has the game because their fucking divorced parent bought it for them. They just want them to fucking make them feel better or whatever, feel like they're loved. So that's all they let them do all fucking day.
Like, he said the most outrageous shit, like, get shit on.
Yeah. Look, I used to get fucking pissed off. Little knothead ass kid fucking screaming at me. I didn't take too kindly to that.
Or the fucking bitch who just plays music really fucking loud and leaves the mic open the whole game. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that was the worst. The person that would play music in the microphone, like, and that was that was the worst. That person was always the worst. I hated, and that you would always know too, and they wouldn't even acknowledge it. They just let it play. You're like, fuck you, dude. Oh, it's so annoying. So yeah.
Those are good times.
Those are great days. I don't care.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Those are the best times. Those are great times to be gamers. That was like when the competitive scene was starting to rise as well. And a lot of these games you like consider Halo and all of that, like multiplayer. Those are just great times. A lot of trash talking. I was like a big SOCOM guy. That was another one where, you know, we talked a lot of shit to our teammates and shit. You know, it was just fun. It was a better time to be a gamer. And now everybody's trapped in like a party chat, so you don't get that experience anymore.
That's true,
They'll never experience that. This generation, I never experienced that, like basically being forced into a lobby of motherfuckers talking shit like that. They'll never experience that.
It was brutal, dude. You go in there. I mean, I don't get offended by anything.
Yeah.
But my God, I would go in those lobbies. I'm like, fuck, these guys are rough riders, man. Holy shit. Like, holy. And then you would have to bring it. You're like, I don't really like, I don't know if I want to say that, but then you'd say it. You're like, I got to one up these motherfuckers. Like, it was some bad shit.
So much shit, man.
Yeah, it was some bad shit.
Search and destroy. Like, I get my life destroyed. Like,
man, I was told, somebody told me to look into this game, Insurgency Sandstorm, I think.
Oh, Insurgency Sandstorm, yeah.
Is that good?
I don't know if it's any good. No.
Somebody mentioned it on Twitter earlier, and they said it's like it feels like
I've
old school
never heard
Modern
of that.
Warfare 1 and 2. So I might I want to look into that because I did watch a trailer for it, and it looks pretty cool. So, but it's on PS4, PS5, Xbox One. I'm sure it's on Steam. So, chat, do you know anything about Insurgency Sandstorm? Is it legit? Does it have that Modern Warfare 2 Black Ops, feel from back in the day? Because if it does, I'll pick it up. Because I'm on this kind of kick right now. Again, I like Vanguard. I do. Is it good? I'm not gonna say I liked Modern Warfare in 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and I like Vanguard. Those are the first Call of. Well, I just think it brings it back because my problem with the Call of Duty franchise, they went into this whole futuristic bullshit, and they're trying to be like Titanfall, which you're not going to be better than Titanfall because Titanfall's the fucking GOAT. At least when it was still active. No, it's not really active anymore. But
now you can't even play it.
You can't even play it now. But so Black Ops,
you can't even play it with the 5 other people that were playing it, like fucking Jedi Master Daniel 96. Every time we fucking wanted to play that game, there'd be like 10 people in the lobby. They'd all have the same fucking names because that's all they've done for the past 5 years. Play Titanfall 2.
So Black Ops 2 was the last Call of Duty I cared about. So all those Call of Duties, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, all of that. I didn't play any of those. I didn't care about them. I think I've tried Modern Warfare 3, which was okay, but it was starting to kind of get, I don't know. That was where it was starting to fall off for me. Ghost was,
You didn't like World War II?
I didn't like World War II. I didn't feel like the mechanics.
I didn't like that one either.
Yeah, the mechanics didn't feel good in that. The mechanics and the gun play and the hit markers just felt so good in Modern Warfare 2019.
Is it Sledgehammer the ones that made World War II and they're the ones that made Vanguard? Am I getting that mixed up?
I don't remember. They used to rotate.
Advanced. Didn't they do Advanced Warfare?
I think if I'm not mistaken, and again, I've kind of been out of the Call of Duty because back when I would play, it was Infinity Ward, and then it was Treyarch. They would kind of flip flop, and so now I don't know the developer insight that much. So Modern Warfare 2019, I kind of got into after the fact because I was not plugged into Call of Duty, and the people were telling me, like, a few of my friends were like, it's really good, you should try it. It kind of brings it back to old school feel and has some of the old maps. So I got into that a little bit later. I didn't play Warzone, by the way. I was never into Warzone. I'm still not good at Warzone. But then I got into, Black Ops Cold War came out, and I played that from launch. Now, Black Ops Cold War, I don't like the mechanics from the player mechanics as much as I liked them in Modern Warfare, and I didn't think the hit markers were good, but the fucking maps are so goddamn good in Black Ops Cold War. They are fucking phenomenal. And it almost feels like Black Ops 2 remastered is what it does feel like almost. But then going into Vanguard, it kind of feels a lot like Modern Warfare 2019, so I'm pretty sure the same developer that worked on Modern Warfare 2019. It's not. Then they used a lot of the mechanics.
Sledgehammer.
Okay, because there's this perk that they added, or they have the tactical sprint that they added in Modern Warfare 2019, so it's like an extra boost. They didn't have that in Cold War, which I really did not like. They have that in Vanguard, and the hit markers feel good, the gunplay feels good, the mechanics feel really good in Vanguard. The maps are really good too. So this is all multiplayer. This is all talking about multiplayer, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just think the thing is, like, everyone just kind of wants them to take a break, reassess everything, and just. I know that they're used to just pumping out shit every. I mean, that's their thing. Like, Call of Duty hasn't missed for a while, but even when Vanguard came out, you have to admit, like, a lot of people is just like, I don't care about this shit, and it's just like I always said, like, okay, the only thing to make them different is for them to do the future. Like, after like Modern Warfare 3, they did future, and then they did aliens. When they did like Extinction, and then they did Zombies. I really don't know where else they could go, but I think everyone can agree it's like, just stop.
They're close.
Well, the problem is Modern Warfare 2019 made them more money than any Call of Duty has ever made them because of Warzone. So they're not stopping. I agree with the sentiment. I do. And somebody was like, OMG, talking about me, they're like, I play all the popular shooters. Titanfall's dead. And it's dead because it wasn't popular. So I clearly don't play popular shooters, because if I played popular, would Titanfall still be alive? Because it's dead because literally 15 people were playing it, and I was one of them. And I will continue to be sad about that. Yes, I'm salty, SBD girl. Very salty about Titanfall 2 being dead. I wish it was popular, but it's not.
I think Call of Duty should just fucking keep doing what they're doing. Like, it's obviously working for them. I think the onus is on everybody else to step their game up. The onus is on Halo Infinite to fucking be what everybody needs it to be. Battlefield 2042 to be like a true competitor, to bounce back from the train wreck that was that Battlefield 5. It was an absolute disaster for them. Like, that's the only way that Call of Duty is going to try to fucking up their game at all. You know, like you got to have that competition.
I feel like Titanfall, the first Titanfall, made them recognize that they had to change, and then they went in that Titanfall direction, and it didn't work. But Titanfall never caught on. So I'm talking about the first one now. The first one just never caught on. Now it was an exclusive to Xbox One and Xbox 360 at the time. I think it was on PC later on, but that really hurt the launch as far as I was concerned, because Xbox sucks, and I do have an Xbox, everybody, so don't freak out thinking I have all these Xboxes. I don't like
Rip
Xbox.
has still got his in the box.
Literally, it has not. It's right there. It's right there. Y'all can see it. I have not opened my Xbox Series. I haven't.
I don't see why.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But so I felt like Titanfall had that opportunity. Titanfall 2 came out and EA fucked it because it released right with Battlefield and Call of Duty, so it never had a chance. And it was a better launch than it's the best first-person shooter I've ever played from online multiplayer, second to none. I will not accept anything other than Titanfall 2 is the greatest first-person shooter of all time. Multiplayer.
And Jeremy
and the campaign's
refuses
good
to play Apex Legends.
Fuck Apex Legends. That's the reason Titanfall 2's dead.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's the reason why they fuck Titanfall.
Yeah, I refuse to play that shit.
Out of spite.
Fuck that. I will not play that bullshit. Fuck you, Respawn. You took my fucking heart and soul from me.
I'm gonna play it tomorrow. Just to spite
all
you.
these motherfuckers claiming I got the power to crash movies and ruin fucking multi-million-dollar fucking studios and shit. I couldn't even make a dent in saving Titanfall, but you claiming I'm crashing movie studios and shit. Clearly, I ain't got no influence, but the Titanfall'd still be alive.
Oh man,
that's right.
Maybe if I start putting screaming SJWs in my thumbnails talking about Titanfall, maybe I can get it reborn again. I don't.
I got a big view on my fucking gaming channel. Remember that? That fucking video got like 100,000 views because I just put like Titanfall and I put the screaming SJW.
Okay. Who is that woman? Who is that? I want to interview that woman, dude. I want to interview her.
I don't think she wants to.
Dude, she would disassociate quicker than Zack Snyder did if she came on Geeks and Gamers.
I guarantee
I saw that. That was fucked up. I'm like, word, bro. Word.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm gonna look up where is the screaming SJW woman now. I found her name. She's from Iowa, and she now lives in Australia.
Damn.
Really?
Fuck out.
Her whole ass life is.
That was a very easy search.
That's very worse.
I can't be the first person who's ever looked at it.
I've looked at her. There was one that looked similar to her, but I don't think that's her.
They all look goofy.
I think you're looking at the wrong one because I found that one at first, and she did an interview. Correct,
Ryan?
Ryan?
A completely different one that you think.
I don't think that's the right. I don't think that's the one that we use in our thumbnails.
They're fucking goofy.
She looks like she can.
I got like a handful of I think it's 3 of them that I just kind of rotate.
Me too.
Wait, which ones are they?
It's like, okay, you got the screaming chick, obviously. I think she was on mine today on my video.
I know. The one with the white jacket and the red hair and the glasses is like.
Yeah, that was a good
one.
That was a good one. That's the one. Like, she has the glasses and she's like looking like
I was about to say that looks like the constipated one, but she's just like
this the one I think is on mine
This
today.
is the original. This is the original.
Is now President of the United States.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
I did not know I went on that one.
She had lost it. Chicken having a breakdown. Jeez.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
That Mussolini they got back there.
So much potential.
Oh, they're saying that he's Mussolini. Wow. I didn't even notice that. That's my first time noticing it.
Cameraman's a troll though, like in the face. Like,
Do you know what that
Yeah.
what her official meme name is? Do you know what it is?
No.
Luke Crywalker.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
I did find her name of that one,
man.
and then I'm looking for shit, and there's a different person with this name who like offed herself, but it's not this person. It's not this person though, so it's okay to laugh at her.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. They letting these fucking people ruin their lives, man. Y'all can't be doing that shit.
That's
Man.
crazy.
I can't be doing that shit, man. This is why I'm trying to delegitimize this shit in everybody's eyes, man. Because goddamn, y'all got it.
That video has 6 million views.
Yeah, man.
Let's see.
I mean, the meltdowns were glorious.
Yeah, it was a bunch of those. I was actually in
laugh at them.
I was in DC when that happened. I was trolling communists. It was a great time. I was actually covering it for being libertarian. And there was like these group of communists, and I was it's a group of I'm pretty sure people that is that back, you can find this video. It was like 2017, 2016, excuse me. And like I'm sitting here like filming these idiot fucking like behind me, these communists. I'm calling them stupid and all kinds of fucking dumb shit. They sitting there with like they fist in the air and they little fucking red and black fucking flag. I'm like, you little scrawny pieces of shit, man. Like, these fucking goofballs, man. It was a good time. Making fun of communists in real life is no better feeling. They don't know what the fuck they
would find them in DC, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. Aklu P2 says Marvel asked to show Eternals in the Middle East. The Middle East asked, "Why are you gay?"
I love that.
Why are you gay?
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie.
I actually did that. I did that shit on my stream on Sunday. I was like, this is what they said. This is what the fucking Middle East said. This is what Nigeria said, because Nigeria banned like, this is what Nigeria said to them. Why are you gay? Who says I'm gay? You are gay.
You are.
I'll fucking play it. I'll fucking play that video right now.
Please.
Yo, it's hilarious. It's just his reaction to how serious. What are you gay?
He's like, who says that I'm gay? You are gay.
You are. That's the first, and the thing is, that's the first question to like the interview. Like that's what goes into it. Why are you gay? It's like, oh shit, bro.
Here we go, right here.
Yes.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Good morning. Why are you gay? You are gay. You are lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you? It's gender. You were initially male or female?
The sex that was assigned to me at birth was female.
And you opted to become male. Did you discover that you are actually meant to be male? Gay rights activists, why should someone be gay? So as we stand today, are you dating any female?
Yes, I am.
You have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
While in transition, you're having a girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you perform the natural obligations? Doesn't that make you gay?
What do you mean, doesn't that make me gay? I am male
call you
and
Mr.?
attracted to a female.
So who is gay?
Didn't know that was.
Oh man, dog, that's just crazy.
He needs to interview everyone.
Yeah, man. He's cutting through the bullshit, man.
So who's
Cutting
gay?
through all the bullshit.
I did not know that was.
Oh man, he's cutting through all the bullshit right there, man. Oh man.
I fucking love that shit. That's why Nigeria banned it.
Well, like,
Oh,
and I think the unedited version is like it's more awkward, isn't it? Where it's like,
Yeah,
Probably. Most likely.
let me see if I can find
For
it.
sure.
Hang on. Here we go. Let's play the not the whole thing, but let's see here because it's just so funny because it's like there's no edits or nothing to this.
Rather canon knowledge with underage. Children deemed to be underage. We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Pepe Julian
I love that
Onzima.
part.
Thank you for coming in. Good morning.
His face when
Why
he
are
says
you
it.
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you?
I am Pepe Julian Onzima. I'm an LGBTI
What's that?
activist. I'm a human rights defender.
Damn,
I'll stop it there because I don't know. But it's just like.
So wait, if I hold on, I didn't know that. Like, so wait a minute. So it's a person that I didn't know the person was transgender. I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
Oh,
So it was a person that's transgender and is with a woman.
Yeah, because they were born a woman, but now they identify as male, and they're with a woman, so they're lesbian.
That's why he asked. He's like, then who's gay?
Yeah, those are important questions.
Those
Make
are
it make
important
sense.
questions.
All right, man. This is why. Like, seriously, the fact that there's people that are out there that think that that's like so easy to catch on is just insane to me. Like, that's just confusing as fuck. I'm sorry. Like, unless it's broken down to you like that, like the regular person isn't fucking gonna know. So you can't be completely bent out of shape, someone not understanding like the genders and shit, because holy shit. I didn't even know that person was transgender. That's a whole nother animal. Like, as far as not the person being a whole, I'm saying that introduces a completely different dynamic, because at that point I thought it was just a woman that was like
now you know why he's so now you know why he's so confused.
There's a term that I don't even know if I could say this, but there was a term, maybe Ryan can't, but there's a term that we call those specific types of lesbians. I'm not gonna say it here. If you're on my channel, I fucking say it. I'm not gonna say it on y'all's channel. But there was a term, and I thought that was all that she was, but apparently she's not, because I didn't know that there was a transition in there. That was news to me. I learned.
Yeah, it's I mean, again, and I want to make it clear, just because it is my stance on it. Like, it's the whole LGBT movement and gay and all, like, it's been hijacked by activists, so people that are that, I have no problem with that. You have people on our team, Geeks and Gamers team, that are part of the LGBT community. I have no problem with that at all. No normal person really has an inherent problem with anyone who has a different sexual orientation. That's just not how it is. But you have these activists that have hijacked it. It's almost like the trans situation, where it's been, like, Dave Chappelle talked about it, being hijacked by activists, because activists are always going to hijack any movement that has any kind of traction, so they could then pretend that they're offended for said group of people. And that's my problem, and I think that's most people's problem that are kind of in my world of, like, common sense, which is a big world, not as big as it should be, but I think that's kind of the problem for most people. Is it's just been hijacked by so many people, except for Gothix. I mean, she clearly hates him, but
Oh, clearly, yes.
Apparently, I got called. It's fun. I got called transphobe, which is another day in the books. But I got called a transphobe today, and I didn't even know the person that I was talking to was trans until they said it.
It's mad at you thinking it.
Yeah.
Is it because they had a fucking profile picture of a goddamn anime animal?
It was
Yes, that's exactly it.
Is that
It was a
always
furry. It was a furry, right? Yeah, and I was like, and I just said, I called him a she/they because that's what the fuck is in the like. That's what they told me to call him, so I called him that. And they were like, they called me a transphobic bitch ass, and I was like, this is news to me now, because I didn't even know you were fucking trans, man. How am I supposed to fucking know that? And apparently there was a flag there that they had, and I was supposed to know that flag represented.
Because you speak English, not emoji.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
sorry,
hey, respect me.
Yeah,
The 41% club.
Yep.
I was like, how the fuck was I supposed to know this? Like, and so she sends a picture circling this flag. I was like, oh, that's what that means? I don't fucking know. Like, how the fuck was I supposed to know that? And that's the problem, though. Like, you can't be, like, on a serious note, if you actually have pride in who it is that you you are. You shouldn't give a fuck what I have to say about it anyway. But you can't fucking tie your own meaning of existence to like me or someone acknowledging you. You know what I mean? Like don't do that, man. Like seriously, that proves that there's some mental issues with anybody that approaches anything in life where they feel like they have to have someone validate their own fucking existence. Like, that's for fucking weirdos, man. Like, I don't do that shit with me being black or anything like that. Like, I don't fucking do that. I don't need you to fucking, I see myself in a fucking mirror every day. Like, I know what I am. You can't tell me that I'm not, and I'm not going to lose any sleep because your stupid ass think I'm not something. You don't have your fucking meaning of existence be tied to people acknowledging who you are. Like, don't do that shit. Like, seriously.
I mean,
matter what it is
nobody here, like on this panel or at Geeks and Gamers, with the exception of Ryan, is here for anything. Like, Ryan's an angry white man. I think that needs representation, but everybody else is here because they're just
accepts it and embraces it. Like,
everybody else is here.
I deserve my place.
Everybody else is here because they're cool people. It has nothing to do with like their race or gender or anything like that. Ryan's the only person here that's because, like, if Ryan was a woman or a black dude, he wouldn't. No, I don't need an angry black man.
Ryan's
here.
at the front of this bus for sure.
So yeah,
staring back angrily.
Let me see. All right, so you got a hell of a lot of that $5 fucking super chat. Right there. That was
what it was about.
Got a lot.
Yeah,
Why are you gay? Why are you gay? That's the super chat. All right, Pork Lamb says that's a hot take, Jeremy. Cool Runnings was great. Well, I'm not saying it wasn't. I don't remember Cool Runnings.
Didn't really grow up. I grew up to Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Jeremy didn't because he's old as fuck.
Yeah.
I grew up. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time. That's what I grew up to. So
Gerald Armstrong says, "Hey, homie, you need some help? Menace to Society. I want to watch Menace to Society again. It's been a long time." Gex says, "Krista's staring is freaking me out. Hail to the king." Krista, you still there? You good?
So silly, man.
Mike Hill, comparing Kingo's valet to Alfred is an insult to Alfred, and Superman is 100 times better. Than Icarus.
From Eternals,
yeah. Derek Nall says, "Hey, RK, Bert and Ernie were talking smack behind your back."
Well, if I saw Bert or Ernie, I'd just be like, "Why are you gay?"
Definitely not Tony Hawk says, "Screw Big Bird." That's
right.
from Definitely Not Tony Hawk.
That's my people.
ATK bass player, the Ripa Law, 51%. All he asks, the Ripa Law, 51%. All he asks, hail Geeks and Gamers, Ripaverse.
That's it, 51%.
RSC Elman, please tell Chris to stop staring at my chest. You get meme for that one. Okay, that was good. That was pretty good. That was good right there. Let's see, I got that one. And again, you guys okay? Do you want to hang for a bit, or do you need to bounce? 'Cause I told you about 2 to 3 hours, so.
I think we might head out. That Rhode Island time zone is kicking our ass.
No, absolutely. Look, it was awesome having both of you here. I definitely want the Geeks Gamers community to show how sweet and wonderful they are by bullying Gothix into playing more video games. I want to. You got to tweet her every day and just make her, make her feel bullied. So
I'm gonna do it. I'll do it.
All right. So and you both are all obviously welcome back anytime. It was great having you. And Gothix talked more here than on Friday Night Tights. She feels better about that.
I did. I definitely did. I think I was just like, there's a lot of fucking people in here.
Yeah, F&T. There's so many people on the panel, so it's a little overwhelming at times. But hey, what do you guys got going on? Let us know. Plug anything you want to plug, and you guys go and follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. So go ahead.
So I guess speaking about the trans stuff, this Friday on my channel, we're going to have a trans roundtable with a lot of self-hating trans people. And we're going to talk about the hypocrisy of the trans movement. So it's going to piss off a lot of folks, and I can't wait.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Perfect.
Well, at least the hate you get from being on Geeks and Gamers will get drowned out by that. So then you won't have any effect there. So and anything else you guys want to plug? Go for it. Follow like Twitch.
I'll start doing something soon.
Yeah, I was actually starting to maybe do a channel. No, I am. I actually did make a video.
He's
but
recorded
it's
some
trying-
stuff.
Yeah, it's to also get into kind of just the political climate when it comes to comic books, mostly with comic books, and yeah, that's where I'm attacking at. That's why my nerd side came out today, and that's why I want to talk about. So that's in the near future. So like for now, it's just following like my Twitter. That's definitely where I'll be giving my updates, which is basically my name. So hey yo underscore it's Saul. So
All right.
yeah, that's what I'm do.
Well,
Yeah.
it was great having both of you. You're welcome back anytime, and I look
Absolutely,
forward
I
to
would
playing
love
some
to.
games with you guys, and maybe bringing back the Modern Warfare 2 lobby days.
Yeah,
At least the
let
best
me
we can.
know.
I would love to game. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would love to game. Maybe not Mario Kart because I'll throw my controller or Mario whatever.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, if you guys want to, we could definitely talk about me because we're definitely gonna be playing Halo Infinite when it comes out in about a month from now.
I'm getting that.
So I mean,
that'll
that's
be the
something.
day I finally break this little motherfucker out.
Yeah, so if you guys wanna get with us on Halo Infinite, I know, like I said, Krista plays Phasmophobia occasionally, and obviously there's a lot of games that's coming out. I know Battlefield's coming out. Disparu's a big Battlefield guy. I'm not really a Battlefield guy, but I'll try it. And yeah, we'll definitely get together. So it's a pleasure having both of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Woo. Bye guys.
All right.
See you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Good night. Bye. All right. So that was awesome having both of them here. Really do appreciate that. I think that both of them are going to do really cool things. Gothix has been kicking ass, and she's getting all type of traction. She's been on with you a few times recently, Ripa, hasn't she? Like in studio, didn't y'all?
Oh
Weren't y'all
yeah,
in
yeah.
studio?
We've obviously been doing.
What the fuck, Krista? Holy shit! Oh my god.
Yeah, you can obviously see she's been on my show a couple of times. I've been on hers, as well as we just did You Are Here, like, was it last week, 2 weeks ago, on Blaze Media.
Yeah,
So if
on
you go
Blaze,
to You Are Here on Blaze, you can go check me, Gothix, Sydney, obviously, and Elijah Schaefer. It was fun. It was a hella good episode. It was very fun. So y'all go check that out. And yeah, we got to kind of hang out with both of them. I did, at least afterwards, man. Real good people. So y'all make sure y'all support both of them. Gothix has been killing it for sure.
Hell yeah. Right on, man. That's awesome. So good stuff. Rob Robinson says, Krista keeps creeping me out everywhere I move her eyes. Everywhere I move, her eyes follow me. She's she's something else. Let's see. Jay says, Superman now bisexual. Meanwhile, in Japan, Demon Slayer outsold the American comic book industry, and the creator is a woman. Yeah, I mean, Demon Slayer's killing it. I mean, Krista, have you finished Demon Slayer?
I haven't read the manga, but I'm up to date. Yeah, with
On
the
the
anime. Yeah,
and,
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, Demon Slayer's just dominating, and you know, rightfully so. Speaking of anime, who was it? Was it a congressman or a senator? Who's that Republican that posted the Attack on Titan intro and put Joe Biden and AOC as the Titans, and it got taken down on Twitter? It had like 4 million views. That was fucking hilarious, dude. It was so good. And it got me to, and I got to watch the Attack on Titan intro again, which is one of the best intros ever. So Attack on Titan is phenomenal, and anime is just killing it, man, as it should. I mean, I don't know, you know, why these people can't figure out just good storytelling with good characters is all you need. Doesn't matter what the fuck they look like. Doesn't make a shit. But that's too complicated, apparently. Lucy,
it doesn't make a shit. We need to put that on a shirt. It doesn't make a shit.
It doesn't make a shit. Jeremy from Geeks Gamers. Lucy says, I wish I didn't have to be cautious about Ghostbusters or any movie that looks okay. I miss when new movies were exciting. Y'all are great, though. Thank you, Lucy. Appreciate that. And you're 100% right. Like, I remember it's not even that long ago when you just were able to get excited. But since 2016, I feel like that's really where it really started. I mean, it probably started before then in a lot of ways, but like Ghostbusters 2016 was kind of like, that was where it really started to get noticed. You know what I mean?
And it's like then the Trump factor happened, and Hollywood wanted to fight Trump because they wanted to change culture. Like, that's what it's all about. And like I for Ghostbusters, I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, it's super woke or something. That's just not something I think needs a franchise, I guess. You know, it's like I don't care about any more stories, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so I mean, I know you guys have been asking for it, so I like to provide for our wonderful audience. You wanted to see Krista. It's time to see Krista.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the medium man begs to differ, judging by the whole
It's so funny when I saw that, man. When I saw that, like, it was just random. I was just scrolling up on my Twitter, and I was like, what the hell is Krista doing?
I was blessed in your timeline.
And I was like, this is the goddamn most funniest shit I've fucking ever seen this woman do, man. Like, what the fuck?
The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire. How about yours?
It's so fucking creepy, dude.
There's a part where you laugh in it.
Yeah,
I know. I'm
Yeah.
That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Woo! Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go. Hey now, you're an all-star.
There.
Oh my gosh.
It's so silly, man.
Get your game on. Go. Hey. All that glitter is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
There you go. If you follow me on Twitter, that's what you get.
All I can think of is probably somebody's weirdest fact. That's all I can think about when I
Bobby Trizzle says, kind of hot.
Oh, man. Damn.
If you'd have showed your feet in it, Krista, it would have been the full, like, trifecta.
Oh, man, that was good. Yeah, that was... She posted that. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This is... So, here you go. Let me see. The Waltman Force says, so my dad got an email from Teamsters, biggest trucker union in the U.S., debating about a 1-month national walkout in December because of the mandates, regardless of the extension. Yeah, I mean...
what that'll do for Christmas, man.
Yeah. Rippo, go ahead and share, if you want to share whatever you got, because I can't click on it from here because I'm on Streamlabs, so it'll like cover the whole screen.
Oh no,
so.
it didn't matter. It was just a little picture.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, that's the communist shit.
Yeah, that was the picture.
Oh, okay, I got you. But yeah, I mean, this is bad, man. I mean, it's a really bad situation. I mean, like, so right now, and I can't get into all the details right now. Right now, as it stands, and I don't have anything official to announce, maybe later this month, but it's all kind of what's going on in this country is affecting everything. So, like, we are in a position finally with Geeks and Gamers, and I guess this would be a little bit of a breaking news, but I think a lot of you understand, like, I've been trying to get us down to Orlando, you know what I mean? And get us a studio down there, get a lot of the team down there. We are very close to making that happen, like, very close. Like, by the first of the year, maybe January to February, there's a high chance we're going to be in Orlando. Very high chance we'll be in Orlando, operating out of a studio, if everything can come into play. But the shape of the country is having a massive impact on that right now. You know what I mean? In terms of decision-making, people that we're involved with. So it's just crazy, man. And if something like this happens around Christmas time, this is fucked up,
That's
man.
the best. That's it's... Oh, I know fucking Rippa knows this. The only way you're going to affect change is to make people uncomfortable.
Absolutely. That's just the reality.
What better way to make people uncomfortable than to show what happens when these people stand up, that everybody's life is fucked around the time that we just like take for granted that everything gets here. Oh, we can just order this shit at Christmas time. We can just do that. We can just do that. All of a sudden you have 1 month where it's not like that. A month that means so much to so many people, and that can give enough public pressure to get whatever you want changed. So,
yeah, that's it. 100% right.
Buy your stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, buy your stuff now. Buy your food now for Thanksgiving. I mean, you should probably be doing that soon anyway, but buy your food now for Christmas and freeze it, because not only will it be cheaper now than it will be then, but you might not be able to find it.
Yeah, I mean, well said. Everything Ryan says, 100% on point. I saw somebody said Orlando's airport is rated #1 airport in the country or the world. Like, best
that
airport
can't
in
be
the world.
true.
The Orlando airport is fucking phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, it's a hub for
I
sure.
love the Orlando airport. It's amazing.
Man, I went there. Listen, I was there at fucking 4:45 in the morning, and the pizza place wasn't even open. Fucking bullshit. So that's how I grade it.
Yeah, I love Orlando Airport. But if anybody is in Orlando, if anybody knows any real estate people down there, like I'm willing to listen. So like Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers, Ryan at Geeks and Gamers, Krista at Geeks and Gamers. That's the way you can contact us. So if you have any leads on anything like that could be a potential studio, real estate, anything like that, let me know, because we are actively looking right now to see what we can do and where we can find a place. And I'll be there in a couple of weeks. So me and Ryan will be, looking, and hopefully we can find something, pin something down. It's exciting as hell, but it's also, it's a big step. It's a big step for us. Let's see, Slambo6. Media always lying. MSNBC reported on an edited video of Rittenhouse trial to make him look more guilty versus what the witness actually said. Well, there's a reason that Nick Rekieta has substantially more people watching him than the mainstream media because they're looking for the truth. You know what I mean? And shout out to Nick Rekieta, who will continue to cover it. So, I mean, you guys make sure you subscribe. Not that he needs a shout out from me. He's going to gain like 10,000 subscribers in like a day. He's rocking right now.
He had 200K today.
Yeah. So shout out to Nick Rekieta for 200K. Hell yeah. That's awesome. So,
MSNBC basically only aired the portion of the guy who just got his bicep blown off, the guy they tried to make look like a really nice dude who's actually a commie fuck. That dude, Gage Gricecross, I think is his last name. But yeah, they only aired the part where the prosecution were talking to him, not the part where he admitted that nothing happened until that Kyle didn't shoot him until he was advancing on him and pointing the gun at him, prepared to shoot Kyle Rittenhouse. So MSNBC didn't show that part, or they just showed the part where he said, I was just surrendering to him. So,
yep.
They don't report the truth there.
Michelle, let me go find that comment. I know you just made a comment. Jeremy, I want to let you and the rest of the Geeks Gamers family know I will be gone for a little while. I will be checked into the hospital the first week of December. They are going to induce my labor. So, and she said...
at least you know when it's going to be.
Let's see. There was another comment that she just said. Can't say thank you. I can't say thank you, and I love you enough to all of you. Well, Michelle, best wishes. We appreciate you and all of your positive words and great support you give Geeks Gamers. So we hope everything goes great for you and your family. We will be here when you get back. So thank you so much. Nothing but good vibes to Michelle in the chat. All right. So fantastic, Mr. Knox. To Gothix, damn it. Since you're a horror fan, have you played Alien Isolation? I think you'll like it. I wish I would have asked her that, but we'll follow up with her. Alien Isolation I haven't played much of it, but I've played enough of it to know it's terrifying as fuck. We meant to, if October wouldn't have been so tied up with the Boston trip, we would have been playing that more on our Twitch channel. We just didn't get around to doing it. But Krista still needs to play Alien Isolation. I think that would be gold for her to play. Absolute gold. Simp Outpost says, Ryan is a handsome man with a heart.
Thank you, Simp Outpost.
And coincidentally, right after Simp Outpost, Ripa Loves Baby Park shows up and says Baby Park is the best with a heart. It's no coincidence at all that they're both Canadian $6.99s. So Bradley Harrell says Mac Life with a fist emoji. Roaring Steel. Hail Gothix. Hail Saul. Thank you for being associated with Geeks and Gamers. Do you have any opinions on how the word overrated is used?
Funny. Well, they're gone now, so it doesn't matter.
Tony Yule says, Krista Novva is a gorgeous woman.
I prefer the term handsome.
Roaring Steel Media for 10. I'm for diversity in film. 9mm, 45 ACP, 5.56, and a 308 all need on-screen representation. Yet The Rock won't use those in his movies. Do you smell what he's cooking, or is Dwayne just a candy-ass jabroni? He's a candy-ass jabroni. There's no doubt about that. Fuck that picture, by the way, Krista.
Let's keep it 5.56 handy. Got some 9 here.
You need to put the prayer hands in that one too.
We got some 9.
That's actually a good idea.
The Rock is a bitch, okay? I mean, he just is. And he's been a bitch for a while, but, I mean, this nonsense about, I don't care what it cost. It's just like, that's such a, of course you don't care what it costs. You're The Rock. You know what I mean? Like, but what about all these other indie filmmakers that need to worry about their budgets and shit? But now you're going to take a stand, and then if they don't do it, then the media is going to harp on them and go, well, if The Rock is taking a brave stand, why aren't you? Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's so stupid. At the end of the day,
disconnect from these dipshits, man.
At the end of the day, guns don't kill people. Alec Baldwin does. Okay? That's it. Guns don't kill people. Alec Baldwin does. It's that simple. So
they've had one accident, right? One accident on a movie set over 30 years. And it's because they weren't following the proper safety protocols. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to fucking ban all this shit. You don't need police on every set like Alec Baldwin was talking about. You literally just need to follow the rules you currently have. It's been working pretty well so far.
And at the end of the day, Stone Cold's the greatest wrestler of all time, so it don't really fucking matter. Fuck The Rock. Stone Cold for life. Okay? Fuck The Rock. Captain Valor says, Tarippa, if Demon Souls had an easy mode, it would ruin PvP considering boss souls are used to craft powerful weapons that can be used for online play. Certain weapons become incredibly easy to access.
Yeah,
so I haven't played the Souls games really, so I want to play them. I know
Demon Souls is really fucking good on PS5.
Yeah, Demon Souls remake. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't even come close to beating it.
Yeah.
I beat that dumbass fucking Knight.
I bought a game due to a recommendation from another YouTuber. I won't mention this YouTuber's name. He's got millions of subs though, but talking last night, and I got recommended a game called Blasphemous on Nintendo Switch, which I mean it's on multiple platforms. Really difficult game. I played it a little bit. It's not easy at all. Holy shit!
The fact that if anything's on multiple platforms, you just automatically pick Switch is fucking disturbing, man.
Why? Fuck you. Switch is the best fucking console out there.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna tell you that you're stupid.
Why would I? Okay, first of all, if we're talking about a game like Call of Duty, I'm gonna buy it on a PS5. Okay, but
yeah,
a fucking,
that's what I'm saying.
2D side scroller is not going to be affected whether it's on Switch or the fucking PlayStation. It's not going to matter.
Frame rates can matter.
I mean, like I bought Hot Wheels Unleashed on both systems just because I wanted to play with multiple people and didn't have cross-play. But if I have my preference, I'm going to buy it.
We haven't played that shit yet, have we?
I've played it offline, but like when you, dude, no, it's fun as fuck on PS5. It's shit on the Switch. It is dog
that's why
shit.
I'm saying, like, if anything, you ever have an option, even if you don't think it make a difference, it's probably a better idea to just get it somewhere else.
Best system right here, okay? Best. Can't beat it. It's the best system. What the fuck is going on my Switch? There we go. Blasphemous right there. Mario Kart. Got Metroid Dread. This fucking Total Arcade Racing is so fucking good. I'm trying to.
Like the chat can see what we can't. You're so fucking blurry and shit. We have no idea what you're even holding up right now. It's like a big cell phone.
Look over here.
I don't fucking care what you can see, Ryan. Fuck you.
Then why'd you even bother showing me?
I was showing the camera, which in return shows the fucking audience, not you.
You're having an argument with me, not them.
Fuck them. Fuck you.
Fuck them and fuck you.
There we go.
Get that dumb bitch out of here.
There we go, right there. Ryan ain't ready. Ryan ain't ready. Throw these hands. Throw these hands, Ryan. There we go.
Jesse's hands.
Big Bird needed the entire mainstream media to come down on my ass because he got offended. Fucking pussy.
Marksman says, coldest Halo 3 player was a 5-year-old I met that was the top 10% of players. You can't fake a squeaker voice dad, was military so he could ride hard. Dude, Halo 3, like, I never got into the Halo stuff. So, like, I mean, I played the campaigns, you know what I mean? But I was never into the online multiplayer stuff. So, when you see me play Halo online, I am dog shit, all right? I'm just not good at it. I'm maybe I'll get good if I can fucking keep practicing, but I was never my thing. Were you big into Halo? The online scene, I know you were, Rippa. Like, how big into the Halo 3
like
scene?
I was like, it was big. Like I remember I used to participate in that was back in I was doing like LAN tournaments and shit because believe it or not, my broke ass didn't have an Xbox. My partner did, my closest friend, and so I go over there. We play fucking like literally all the fucking time, and yeah, that was obviously when the kind of in our circles when the competitive kind of FPS scene that and that was Quake and shit, you know, but. Like the competitive first-person shooter started to really be a thing that people played online, and obviously that just kind of send everybody down a rabbit hole. But yeah, Halo is
Yeah.
like OG in that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like being one of those multiplayer games, particularly Halo 2. If I'm not mistaken.
We played Halo Master Chief Collection for Geeks and Gamers Premium a while back, and none of us are particularly good at the game. Ryan hosted, Uche was there, I was there, Mark Cyborg, who else was there? We had a few other people in there, you know what I mean? And dude, it was so much fun, dude, because I mean we're all relatively on the same level, you know what I mean? So there wasn't nobody in there dominating. Oh my god, we talk so much shit, and so that's how I think Halo Infinite's gonna be. So I'm really looking forward to it. Brown Gaijin says, "Did you see the new Coca-Cola video game commercial?" No. Is that something we need to be worried about? Wheezy Bird, these people want easy-ass games, don't understand the satisfaction of working hard and succeeding. It's like passing a hard test at school. It is legit in our biology that we experience euphoria after accomplishing difficult task. We don't get excited for passing a test we cheated on. Yeah, agreed, man. I mean, that's what I was talking about with like Metroid Dread. It's been a long time since I really grinded through a game that was really difficult and I had to work for it. And I feel good that I've gotten to that point. I still need to finish the final boss, but it's so good, man. Winterfire says, I love It Chapter 2, which was a hot mess. I love that It Chapter 2 was a hot mess. It is ranked higher than Eternals. Laughing my ass off. Gotta get something to drink. About to die.
Yeah.
As a cosplayer... As a cosplayer, I have witnessed the
like drunk
mentality
over there,
of...
man.
I know. As a cosplayer, I've witnessed the mentality of participation trophies, cosplayers screaming at judges. Well, I mean, I think every parent knows that this generation is all about participation trophies, and it sucks. You know what I mean? And we got to get away from that mentality. Play hard video games without help. That's my answer right now. Sounds of Sushi. Longevity of esports players come and go. I'd rather watch Geeks and Gamers Mario Kart streams. Hi, Gothix. Everybody would rather watch Mario Kart streams from Geeks Gamers except for Ryan. Although, I gotta be honest, Ryan. You know, we preach about listening to the fans, listening to what the fans want, giving the fans what they want. Got a lot of positive feedback that Ryan was back on Mario Kart. Just saying.
Well, yeah, that's not a surprise. That's not a surprise that the fans want me there. I don't know if it's as good when I'm not hosting. Because then they don't get to see me fucking rage out because I'm not so embarrassed because of what I'm doing. But yeah.
Pork Lamp says, I stand by my statement. Cool Runnings was great. Maybe we got to watch Cool Runnings again.
I love Cool Runnings. So that 96, 95, 96, John Candy. You have the one Dirties and the one Junior. Yul Brunner and Maman Sanka. I fucking love that shit.
Samurai Vader says, Me's were molester, rape, rap face. I'll say rap face. God damn it. Rap face and Uche's.
You could not have said that word any more clearly. You're like, rape.
I know it. God damn it, Samurai Vader. God damn it. Cardio. Yo, Geeks and Gamers. I don't have much money left for my entertainment budget this month. Should I A, go see Shang-Chi, B, Eternals, or C, buy a bottle of cheap whiskey, relace my tennis shoes, and catch up on my manscaping? Don't go see Shang-Chi or Eternals. Don't do that. So I would say catch up, relace your tennis shoes, and catch up on some manscaping. That's what I would do. Bird Up. I regret to inform everyone that Charlie Chaplin died. R.I.P. Fuck.
Damn, rest in peace and pieces.
Rip is going to be upset about that.
Yeah.
So, Educated Viking says, is this the most diversity that'll ever happen in a stream? And Krista, blink before you get SJW eyes. Enoch Maman. Gary said that he played the game and he and his sons loved it. Admittedly, that might have been code for his sons playing the game for him. I can't see Gary play. I can't see Gary playing through that. I really can't.
When did that come out?
Several years ago. It was like a PS4 game, I think.
There's no way.
Or no, I don't know if it's PS4. It might have been PS3.
If it was anything other than like Super Nintendo or like something like that, that don't make any sense.
Maybe Gary's just trying to fit in. Yeah, I played that. T. Louis Part 2. Fantastic Mr. Knox. As an outsider, best news I heard all week was the prosecutor facepalming when his star witness spilled the beans on the Rittenhouse case. Yeah, that was beautiful. Like that was a monumental moment.
To be fair, if he'd actually spilled the beans, he'd probably be on the ground fucking trying to eat all of them they could. That fat fuck. That prosecutor's a piece of shit. The fucking lead prosecutor's a piece of shit. And the fact that that video got to like 4 million views, and like Tim Pool's tweeting out the stream today, which was really cool to see, and so many people talking about it. Megyn Keller retweeted it, like just like Megyn Kelly, Megyn Keller retweeted.
Sound like you said
people.
Keller. Sound like you said Keller.
I said Helen Keller. I said Megyn Kelly though.
Is that it?
Yeah. Oh, you fucking disrupted me, so whatever.
Oh, fuck off. What
Helen
the fuck?
Keller
Do you live in a fucking world where you can't keep rolling if somebody interrupts you, fucking fairy? What the fuck?
Helen Keller probably plays Forza like that guy that Rippa was roasting.
If y'all got to see that video. Like,
I've seen it. Like, he's like, look, I turned it down to 40%.
Share it.
He's like, I turned it down to 40%, and then he like drifts, and it looks like it's gonna be like a cool drift, and then he literally just slowly fucking runs right in the rail.
Like that video is fucking goofy.
Monopoly Loser says Arrowverse turned into flaming hot trash after Andrew Kreisberg was Me Too'd. Same with like John Lasseter at fucking Pixar. Soj says Ryan moonlights as Batwoman at his local gay club. Harley Dave, maybe they took the concept of Rainbow Bridge a bit too close to heart. I don't know when that was. What is that from? I don't know where that was from. Sorry, Harley Dave. Thank you for that super chat, though, for $17.76.
Hell yeah.
Sure, that was pretty strategic on your part, my friend. Mike Hill, Supergirl started on CBS, didn't move to CW. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Bird Up says, shout out to Gothix for name-dropping the Master Neil Breen. Here we go right here.
So, yeah, this is the deal. Like this fucker, he's bragging about this having
how easy it is.
And he goes to the accessibility options, which, again, I think is insane to have this as an accessibility option anyway. So the game speed, he brings it as down as possible, far as possible, to brag basically about, oh, look at us, we have accessibility, or look at Forza, it has accessibility, why can't Dark Souls? And look at how he's gonna still fuck this turn up.
Yeah, he's basically like, look at how easy it would be to make Dark Souls accessible, just slow the game down.
What?
Fucking idiot. Maybe like stops and turns like, look
he's
at me.
That dog shit, like to where he still doesn't make the turn. And this is the guy lecturing everybody, man. You can't take fuckers like that.
Oh
serious,
my
man.
God, what is?
He still couldn't make the fucking turn, man.
I thought it was gonna turn it. I thought it was gonna be like cool when he was gonna hit it like kind of slow mo. Just be like one of those fucking Instagram reels where it's like, ooh, I could melt your heart. You know what they're doing on Instagram right now? That shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still hit the fucking deal, the real. It's like, dude.
So what point was he trying?
So
what was he saying? What was the point of him posting?
The point of that was showing that, okay, well, which again, it's a retarded point anyway, because the point he's trying to make is that because Forza has that in its accessibility, Dark Souls can do it too. Which again, those are two completely different type of games anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a bad point anyway, but it was just hilarious that the fact that he shared that is hilarious to me, that he goes to the accessibility options to brag about it and he still couldn't complete it. He fucking drives and fucking still drives right into the rail because he's a bum.
Jesus, these people are insane, dude. They are absolutely insane.
Yep.
Let's see. All right, so Jay Schwalbach for $50 on the Streamlabs side says, "Hey Rippa, I own a 10 DVD set: Mean Johnny Barrows, Death Journey, Lady Coco, Black Fist, The Black Six, Black Gestapo, Black Cobra 2, Final come down. I'm a 63-year-old white guy. Does that mean I have black friends? Love you, sons of bitches.
I guess so.
Friday night tights.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's so weird. And thank you for the Streamlabs donation. And yeah, it's such a weird dynamic that these people create in their minds. And I mean, I don't know why. Like for me, I really like, even one of my favorite comedies of all time is Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. You know what I mean? That's got the dumbest shit imaginable, where they're like, yo man, we're gonna jump you in. And it's got these guys are all gangster, and then they like pull out the fucking jump rope, make him do the jump rope for the gang initiation. It's so stupid, but it's so good. You know? The beginning, when the dude gets shot, and then the black mama comes walking up, she's like, "Oh, my baby," and then they come up like, "That ain't your baby." She goes, "Oh shit, never mind," and it just keeps like so good, man. And all these people, these woke activists, they'll never, they couldn't watch shit like that. They would be offended over that type of comedy. You know what I mean? They would be offended over that. So it's just unbelievable. Your black nerdy homie for $3. Holy smokes, that Aaron Rodgers is a very odd and peculiar individual. Why would he go from wearing a shirt that shirt wearing a quote "Say When" T-shirt to a Rise of Skywalker hoodie on the Pat McAfee show? Is this version of damage control amongst the woke cancel culture mob? Aaron Rodgers is a bitch. Okay, he just is. Like, I don't like him. I've never liked him. I think he's a two-faced piece of shit, but he's not wrong in a lot of his approach with this whole thing, but he's also disingenuous, and I think Ryan's kind of hit those points home. We got videos over on Sports Wars if you want to know more about that, but I know Ryan wants to say something about this Rise of Skywalker shirt, though, so go ahead.
Wait, well, Aaron Rodgers in general, like, I had it pegged from the very beginning. And is that a little bit because I hate Aaron Rodgers because he's a Packer? Probably a little bit, but also I just fucking evaluated the situation for what it was. That Aaron Rodgers has manipulated the media for a long time. Now, since the media is kind of mad at him over this, he's manipulating people. And there are some people that if you trigger the libs, all of a sudden they'll just be on your side, regardless of anything else that you fucking have said before. And I think Aaron Rodgers knows that. And I tried to tell people in the sports world, I'm like, yeah, this guy misled everybody. They're like, he never misled anyone. And of course, today he's like, yeah, I misled people. Yeah, no fucking shit. So all you dumb fucks that were bitching me in the sports wars stream, fuck yourselves.
Jan Michael Abraham for $5. Thank you so much. Gunblade Knight for $5 says, I heard from friends that League shut down all chat. That was the best part of the games. That League of Legends, they shut down all private chat or all party or all chat. Like, choose Discord. That's what I use. So Taylor 69 says World at War was the greatest World War II game of all time. The last to respect the war. The first Black Ops was the greatest COD of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, first Black Ops is still my favorite Call of Duty of all time. Firing Range, Summit, Jungle. Those are amazing maps on Black Ops 1. Love that game. And I wish that Firing Range would have... Of all the maps they pulled on the Black Ops Cold War, they didn't give me Firing Range. Why? I need Firing Range. Bird Up says Trigglypuff is an underrated SJW screamer. Trigglypuff, not Jigglypuff.
Trigglypuff's the one at the Steven Crowder event, the real fat one that's like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taker 610 says this guy needs to interview Riley Dennis. Must be the why are you gay?
Oh yeah.
Draco says rage against the tossing of the shell becomes a member you've been a member for 30 months. That's your member message. So thank you so much. Marcus Henry, you guys see the ogre Krista on Twitter? That's why I pulled the video up, because I saw that super chat come in. Thank you, Marcus Henry. Marksman, My Hero Academia. Damn it, it jumped on me. My Hero Academia introduced a character, and a lot of people discovered how much they love Fit chocolate bunnies. Pics on Twitter. Enjoy. Thanks, manga. You're welcome. Dean Hans for a 3-month members. It's why Walmart is testing robot semi-drivers. That's scary. Black Phoenix. Sorry, I had to take a break from working and say hell yeah to that Stone Cold Steve Austin comment. Now I need a beer. Love the stream. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Stone Cold guy, you know. And by the way, happy CM Punk can get fucked, okay? I can't deal with happy to be here CM Punk on AEW. I can't do it. I don't even watch it no more. Motherfucker's like John fucking Cena from WWE. That's all he is. He's just happy to be here. Hey, let's be. Fuck that. I need this motherfucker to be pissed off. I need edgy CM Punk. That's like Ryan being drunk every day. I don't need that shit in my life.
Yeah,
you
me
know?
neither.
Fuck.
Get dehydrated.
Enoch Milan says Ghostbusters Remastered is on all systems, including the Switch. Razorfish streamed it and got a bunch of viewers. Just throwing that out there. Good looking out, my man. Let's see. Ocean Air Defense Forces says, love your content. Keep up the great work, y'all. Greetings from Hungary. Well, thank you. That's awesome. Marcus Henry says, when will the Mario Party stream start? Maybe tomorrow. I don't know yet. We're trying to do some stuff on Thursday, so we might do something tomorrow. Or no, I'm sorry, Thursdays. Yeah, so tomorrow's Call of Duty. I'm hosting a Call of Duty stream, Vanguard, on the main Geeks and Gamers Twitch account. So instead of Warzone, it's going to be a team Vanguard stream. And then maybe Thursday. Ripa, are you free Thursday night?
Maybe. Hit me up. I know the lady gets back tomorrow. So yeah, what's today? Tuesday, right?
Today's Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell him it's a Mario Kart stream. He'll fucking make time for it.
He will.
I make time. No, I should be. Yeah.
So let's see. So Ryan, myself, Ripa, and Krista will be playing Mario Party Superstars Thursday if we can pull that together on the Geeks and Gamers Twitch. It's gonna be dude. Y'all think Mario Kart's bad? We're gonna be cussing. Game's gonna drive us crazy. So
I just can't wait till I can have a legitimate reason to swear at Krista and no one will fucking have a problem with it like they do in other fucking streams.
All right, Mike Williams says Tuesday night main event, best way to spend a Tuesday night. Thank you, Mike. My bro from Geeks and Gamers. You guys send that, man. Till all are one as a new member. Thank you for becoming a new member. Harley Dave for 1775 says, happy birthday to the U.S. Marines. We love the Marines and we love the military.
November 10th, 1775. Just about 10 days after the Navy birthday.
I like the strategic sending of the super chats, my friend. BFSD 150. This thing won't let me make fun of Poopy Pants Biden. He's sneaking illegals into Florida. I heard DeSantis talking about it. We need Trump back. You know where I stand on it, but I'm very you obviously subscribe to D-Day Cobra. My personal channel, subscribe to Patriot Outpost. That's where you hear a lot of politics from me and Ryan. Obviously, Ripa is all over the place with his, shows and his channel. And so make sure you subscribe there. And I got some, I think I talked about it a little bit. It was my most recent video, or maybe it was the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris approval ratings decline. Yeah, I talked a little bit about that. Yeah, I talked a little bit about what I think is going to happen in 2022 and 2024. So time will tell, man. It's gonna be interesting. So
he farted in front of the royal family.
Yeah, Poopy Pants Biden. That's it. What a fucking joke.
It was long and loud.
What a fucking joke. Absolutely a disaster. Alexander, what is a lesbian's favorite candy? Mike and Ike's. And something else that rhymes with that. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
I think that's the word that Ripa wanted to use.
Yeah. Chris, is there any more? Is that it? Streamlabs?
Did you get them all?
The last one you sent me. The last one you sent me. We good? Over on Twitter?
Yeah, we should be. Yeah, if you read all the ones I sent you, then yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. So, hang on.
It's such a great interaction.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute. No, there's actually a few more. John Connors, I cannot. Oh, fuck. What the hell is that, Krista? John Connors for 10. I cannot express all of the gratitude I have for the time and effort and work that each of you provide. You will never fully understand the value it has. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, Jeremy, Ryan, Eric, and Gothix, for everything that you do. Well, that is very kind of you. Thank you so much, John Connors. Obviously a premium subscriber to geeksandgamers.com as well. Thank you so much. It means the world to us. It really does. We're trying to get out here and create something new, and it's going to take support from all, You know, all of you. You know, every time Ripa goes up live for Canna's sake, be over there supporting him, sharing, super chatting, liking the video, getting in the comments, having discussions. Like, there is no better or worse way to, like, if you can't super chat, that's fine. We understand, you know, like, just like the video and share it, or either just get in the comments and create some discussion. You know what I mean? Like, I like that. Yeah, I like seeing that. And so anything you guys can do, it means the world to us. So thank you so much. Jeremy needs real pants for $5. Hashtag cancel Jeremy's ripped jeans. Stargate 404 asking my gamers of Geeks and Gamers, since Madden is a pile of shit, any alternative football games you folks would recommend? I heard Maximum and Access Football, but not sure about them. Think there's hope for... Go ahead.
There's no reason to even know. There's no alternative. It sucks, and that's because they have a
monopoly.
Basically a monopoly on it, because EA has an exclusive deal with them. So even with 2K, the new game that they're gonna end up building, it's gonna be like Blitz. It's not gonna be like a simulation fucking football game. So no, there are no alternatives. Like,
remember that remember that football game where it was like in the street?
NFL Street.
NFL
Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That one was crazy, man.
Yeah. Those are the only kind of games that you're gonna get. Are the outrageous, like arcadey. You're not gonna there are no alternative like simulation ones that really exist. I know who was it? Doug Flutie? Is it him? His game that came out?
I think Uche was talking something about that. About that.
He came out with a, I don't know if it's out yet or they were about to be out, but yeah, there was some like kind of simulation Doug Flutie game, and I think it has some legends on there. You may look into that. I can't remember the game name of it, but that's it. There are none, and it sucks because Mad's in a terrible spot.
Yeah,
college football's coming back, but it's gonna be the same shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be EA still, so it's like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's I would say that it would probably, for me, and I haven't done this yet, but I've heard about you can do it. So my personal all-time favorite sports game is Tecmo Super Bowl, and I don't think anything's close, just because of the simplicity, but also just the authenticity to how good the gameplay is on it. But you can update your rosters apparently with like an emulation. Like, you can go and like you can download it, and then it'll update the current NFL rosters to Tecmo Super Bowl. Which sounds fucking amazing.
Plays like NFL 2K5.
Yeah, he's done that on Twitch a few times. So
with updated rosters, and I remember because he was playing a season with the Jags, and of course, like, he made it to the Super Bowl, and he had to play Tampa Bay. He's bitching because Tom Brady. So.
ACK base player. So the Navy is naming a ship after Harvey Milk, and it won't be the first time.
I saw that shit.
You saw that?
I saw that.
So Harvey is full of semen. Ryan, as your former Sailor Scout, your thoughts. As a former Sailor Scout, your thoughts.
I need to look a little more into it. My understanding is they named it after Harvey Milk. They had a transgender former service person there to christen it. I just know this, I guess, by word of mouth. Isn't Harvey Milk, like, didn't he do something to kids? Like, I thought that was something Harvey Milk did. I don't know for sure, so I guess I can't make that statement. But I have noticed, why the fuck Harvey Milk, fucking gay rights activist, why the fuck does he have any business having a ship named after him? What the fuck are we talking about?
Yep. It's 2021 logic right there. Mr. Dino Sock says, you heard it here first, folks. Ripaverse will be in the top 20 of comic book charts upon release. I can't wait. Hey, if we come together, you never know.
Yeah.
Hey,
anything can happen.
We put fucking Dan Vasque's song ranked, Remember with the Friday Night Tights? And, I mean, you saw what Coming Together did for Bryson Gray, I mean, that was crazy. So, you never know.
Not impossible.
Not impossible. Horror Amarada says, I'm sure y'all would cover it anyway, but this way you get paid to say it. People should give My Nerdy Home a follow on Twitch. Get her to 1K by the end of the year and get to watch some awesome Mario Kart streaming. 100%. Steph is amazing. She is absolutely awesome. The support she gives Geeks and Gamers is second to none. And where's she at? About 750 probably?
She's a little over 700. Yeah, she's
Okay.
trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year.
Well,
awesome.
she has my guarantee that we're gonna get her to 1,000 before the end of the year. Hopefully by the end of this month we can get her there. So go follow Minority Home over on Twitch. She's great. So let's get her to 1,000. We're gonna do that by the end of the month. So no doubt about it. Shout out to Steph. Mr. Grant Gregory, hey team, all is well now. Heading home soon. We'll catch you on the replay. Thanks to Ivan for the intro. God bless everyone. Hail the brilliant guests. Thank you. We love you, Mr. Grant Gregory. Ryan K's broke back outfit, $5. Ryan, I wish I could quit you. All jokes aside, Ryan, thank you for your years of service. Being a naval veteran, plus seeing that lots of youth look up to you, and is your opinion on seamen retention? What is your opinion on seamen retention?
I'm not big on retaining seamen. I really think
This
it
will
needs to
be helpful since it's No Nut November.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not a believer in No Nut November. I don't believe in semen retention. I'm all for expelling semen at every opportunity.
What is the whole history with No Nut November anyway? Like, is it
Bunch
just
of
a
fucking
joke?
virgins?
Like, because
I don't know.
I couldn't. What?
No,
I've never even tried that shit.
It's like a meme. Like, it is a real thing. It's just fucking, guys doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? Challenging shit. Well, remember, just Seinfeld. There's an episode of Seinfeld where it's not No Nut November, but they're just trying to see how long they can go without jerking it. It's like a competition they have. It's just something. It's never something I participated in.
Enoch Maman says, sorry if I'm coming on too strong about the Ghostbusters game. I just love it. No, not at all, bro. Not at all. I would appreciate all of it. Aaron Fever, good night, y'all. Thanks for a good Tuesday night. At Krista Novva, turn your camera on for just 1 second with a winky face. Not tonight. Nope. Let's see. Duck Fart says Michigan over Alabama. Well, that's fucking wrong. But appreciate you, Duck Fart. Appreciate you. And then we got one more here. P-Dub says, for 5, keep up the great content, Geeks and Gamers. Thanks for having great guest again. Hail Ripaverse. Cobra domination continues. Keep raging, Ryan. Excited for Mario Party Thursdays. Smokey did nothing wrong. So definitely going to start doing...
Smokey the dog?
Yeah.
My dog.
We're definitely going to be amping some stuff up over on the Twitch channel. So I hope you guys will support us over there. Follow us over there if you have not. Geeks and Gamers Twitch, Young Ripa over on Twitch, Ryan on Twitch, Krista Novva on Twitch. Krista, that's the center of Krista's online stuff. That's her focus, is her Twitch channel. She's doing a fantastic job over there. And like I said, go over there, follow Steph Minority Home. We want to get her to 1,000. That'd be great. And I'm looking forward to the future over there for sure. There's a lot of good stuff in the future for us. So, all right, we got one more. Where did it go? William says, as an Alabama fan, what are your thoughts on the Calvin Ridley situation? What's going on with Calvin Ridley now?
Well, I mean, a couple weeks ago, he just said he's stepping away from football for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I think
anytime I hear something about that, I think there's something real fucked up going on. But
I mean, here's the thing about there is how do I word this? And again, I know this is a Sports Wars topic. We're at the end of the stream, so I apologize for talking a little bit about sports. But anytime there's a lot of Alabama players that Nick Saban is one of the great leaders of our time. Okay, and what he's created at Alabama is second to none. You look at the efficiency and the structure, and it's just an amazing job that what he's done there. And a lot of guys thrive in that environment. But once they get out of that environment, of that strong leadership, you know what I mean? You're seeing a lot of guys, like Rolando McClain's one, Now we got the Henry Ruggs situation. I'm not sure what's going on with Calvin Ridley. What was it? Trent Richardson looked like he was going to be one of the great fucking running backs ever until he got out of Nick Saban's system. So, there's something to be said for how good of a leader Nick Saban is, but it's also it's almost like a safety net for these guys. And a lot of these guys get into the league and they get money, and they go to a bad franchise or a franchise that doesn't have that leadership. And I don't know. So I'm not really sure what's going on with Calvin Ridley, but there's a lot of, That's strong leadership can elevate people. What's up?
I'm gonna bounce. My stupid ass fucking dog then locked himself into there's a door.
Is he okay?
Long story short, he's fine.
Okay.
But I have to get him out because of this door that the knob was fucked up on it. And I just haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. So you can't like just turn a knob and open the door. It's not. So his stupid ass has no business being in there. He goes in the back, goes in the room and then went and closed the door. So he's locked on the other side. So I gotta fucking get a screwdriver.
Oh no!
Try to get this idiot out.
Man, go take care of the dog, bro.
Fucking idiot. So yeah, I see y'all.
Put his phone back on.
He still has it on. That's the funny thing. He still has it on. So he's locked in there with the damn phone on like an idiot, man.
We'll see you Thursday, man.
Yeah, I see you then, man.
All right, man. Have a good one, Rippa.
Peace.
All right, later, man. Later. All right, so we're gonna call it a night on that one.
Jeremy, did you get the last one that I sent you?
Let me see here. Yes, I got that one. I got that one.
All right, okay, good.
I got that one. And I'm gonna leave you guys. We're gonna leave you guys with Ivan's intro again to close out the night. So it was again, just shout out to Ivan, shout out to Mr. Grant Gregory. Ivan pulled this together literally a few hours. I called him. I'm like, I got no intro for tonight. He goes, how long? I said, you got like 2.5 hours. He goes, done. And this is what he pulls together. It's dumb fuck. I love Ivan, man. That's my bro. So, again, we will be live tomorrow on Twitch, Geeks and Gamers Twitch. So if you guys want to go check us out over there. Other than that, thank you guys. Thank you to, Gothix. And go ahead and say his name, Ryan.
Saul.
I want to say Saul. But appreciate both of them being here. It was awesome. Obviously having Rippa here. And we'll be back next week for Tuesday night's main event. And check out Friday Night Tights this Friday on Nerdrotic's channel. It's going to be awesome.
With Count Dankula.
Yeah. So
that's going to be fun as fuck.
That's going to be fun as hell. So, all right, we're gonna bounce over to Ivan's intro. So if you guys didn't see it, here it is again. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
Hello and welcome. Yes, I do know why you're here today. Don't worry, it's not going to be as scary as it may sound. Let me tell you a couple of stories, a couple of characters that have helped us understand how the world works, understand where we come from, where we're going, and what's the state of our society. So come with me and listen to the tales of the gamers, of the geeks. First, let's begin with one of the main characters of this tale, that being Ryan. Ryan.
Talking about fucking puppets. Fucking puppets. What is this crap? Fuck you, Bigfoot. Bigfoot is a real person? Ha ha. Fucking Elmo.
What happens when you mix misogyny, whiteness, blandness, and pretty much what makes spaghetti and no salt so absolutely horrible? That's right, you get Ryan.
Fucking Elmo, you dumb bitch. Boom. Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets.
Ryan is a composed individual that has helped us understand why psychiatric wards are necessary.
Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets. Fucking puppets.
We cannot forget about the musical talent that is young Ripper. What do you get when you mix music, emo-ness, and also the rhythm?
You told me think about it while I did.
Yes, you get young Ripper, one that doesn't make mistakes.
On this real quick. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind what I just did. Had a nerd erotic boomer moment. That didn't happen. I'm not even going to edit it out. Just pretend like it didn't happen.
Ever. And that was totally not an emo kid back in the 2000s. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about a very non-important member of the team. Jeremy, what happens when you have someone that if he was a spice, he would be flour?
I know everybody doesn't like Trump. That's fine. Everybody's not going to like anybody. But Trump has more support than you can imagine.
Someone so white, so red, like the MAGA. What do you get when you have someone with the IQ of the entire state of Alabama?
And essentially today it seems like he's told them in an indirect way or maybe a direct way to go F themselves, which is exactly what you should always tell a woke person.
That is Jeremy. And of course, we need the saving grace. A person that can actually articulate a cohesive sentence. Unlike these three losers, we need someone that can make them kind of look semi-decent. Like real people. God knows what would happen to this godforsaken show if it wasn't for her. So tonight, as a special guest, we have Gothix, YouTuber, streamer, with enough IQ to make them look good. But let her be the one to introduce herself in today's show, only here in Geeks and Gamers.